Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more First Descendant, and it's been a little while since we were last playing, but if I remember correctly, Ultimate Lepic, of course. We unlocked and started leveling up Ultimate Lepic, in addition to, I think we got some of the crafting materials to start the craft for one or two other characters. I have, in the meantime, finished leveling up Ultimate Lepic, so he is pretty much good to go for endgame as an alternative bossing character, in addition to the Ultimate Glaive that we have been using. But there's actually one or two new characters that we can look to level up today. So why don't we just hop in here. One is the character who we were talking about last time that I think we just spent a little bit of time getting that last piece for. That is Ultimate Ajax is now a character who we have finished the craft for, so we can go pick him up right now. I believe, technically speaking, we can pick up someone else. However, it would get a little tricky from the standpoint of how many characters we would have. I think we would have to either purchase a new slot, or we would need to scrap a character who we still have some intention of using. In fact, if we were to take a look right now at the Descendant screen, I believe we have, where is it, 10 out of 10 Descendants, so we would need to purchase another slot to get another Descendant now, except we do still have normal Bunny in addition to our Ultimate Bunny, so I think what we'll do is we'll just scrap the OG Bunny. Since Ultimate Bunny is now fully set and ready to go, we don't really have any need for the original Bunny, so we can dismiss this Descendant, which I had done for base Glaive off-stream a little while back, just before picking up Ultimate Glaive. So I had seen this prompt previously, but this might be the first time you guys are seeing it. We do get a little bit of monies for it, I suppose. But other than that, we see that upon dismissing a Descendant, basically, if you thought there was some clever way in which you could level up a character to level 40 once, sell them, recraft the character, and level them up again to just farm mastery XP, since normally you'd only be able to do that the first time you max out a character's level. You can't do that. You can't do that, is basically all that's saying. So we will sell the base Bunny here. So now we have room to pick up one more Descendant. And again, since we have normal Bunny, didn't really lose anything there.
Humanity is very weak.
As I was saying, it was Ultimate Ajax was the character who we were focusing on getting the last material for last time. However, we were getting close, and I have now gotten the last materials to get Haley, who we have seen other people use to amazing effect as a bossing character. So I would very much like to start using her quite soon, but I think we'll start with Ajax today, and probably just Ajax, but depending on how things are going there's a chance we could switch gears at some point and put Ajax aside. I mean, we're definitely not going to get Ajax fully leveled up and still have time to do Haley today. It would more be a matter of if we, for whatever reason, chose to cut things off a little bit early for Ajax today and then go the Haley route later on. And wouldn't level up Haley for a little while anyway, because she is getting the new Transcendent mods, right? Is that when the Transcendent mods come out? And then, you know, that might dictate the way in which you want to build around her, if it turns out one of those is really good. Okay, that makes sense. I did also finish the first craft for Piercing Light, which at least as of right now, I understand is generally considered the best of the weapons for Haley. So that was in anticipation of using her pretty soon. So we'll probably look to, let's cash in Ajax now. We'll probably cash in Piercing Light as well, but maybe Haley will stay waiting for pickup in the shop for the time being. But here is Ultimate Ajax, and we'll take a closer look at him in just a second, but I think that is going to be an interesting addition to our squad. We'll just nab the Piercing Light as well. Again, this will be our first time getting this. It's a sniper rifle. I believe it just hits really hard, which is why it works really well with Haley in particular, and we do have a really good module, or rather a reactor, that is based on Piercing Light that works for Haley, so that's another reason why we specifically want this weapon. But I think we'll hold off on Haley, at least for now. We have a couple of just crafting things going on in the meantime. I don't think there's much else that we want to get going right now. I will note we are, in terms of next characters to keep an eye out for, we wanted to go get Kyle. I imagine we could probably do that. I've heard that, you know, he's recently been buffed, and he is now quite good. So that's not out of the question. That could be worth doing, since he's not an ultimate character. I believe the drop rates on his components aren't that bad. 20%, 3% in this case, but, you know, if you have a 20%, then that's not too bad, assuming you can use one of those. And then just take a quick peek at this one. 10%, which is not atrocious. At least it's not 6%. You have a few ways to get that. Okay, so that's maybe a little bit worse, but point being, it's possible we could go out and get Kyle in the not too distant future. However, we actually picked up some Ultimate Viesa pieces in between streams. So right now, we only need Ultimate Viesa's code. So that is probably the next character that we would be most inclined to target farming for. In addition to that, I mean, we're 2 pieces away from Luna, although I'm not all that keen on picking her up. We're 1 piece away from Eugen, and we have the difficult part, that Eugen Spiral Catalyst. It's just the anode ion particle, which is an annoying thing to farm, but that's doable. It just takes a little bit of patience. So Eugen is, by that account, actually the closest person we are to getting. And then Essimo is actually also only 1 piece away. So we have lots of characters we could find ourselves using very soon. So that's exciting stuff, but we already have a queue right now. So don't want to get too carried away with all that stuff. There is actually at least one other thing worth noting here in terms of things that have happened in between streams. That being, I have picked up what will be the last secret garden we need to max that out, which is the weapon we've been using for Ultimate Lepic, and I believe also going to be a weapon we'll want to use for Ultimate Ajax as well. So that's actually pretty big. This is one of those weapons that relied pretty heavily on getting those extra levels. I also did do some rolling for the stats on Secret Garden. It's not perfect by any means, but I think this was after the stream, so I'm not sure if you guys have seen this, but the rolls are now decent. Again, you know, like Toxic Attack, I'd rather not have that, ideally, and those other stats that are in the gold tier, they're high rolls, but they're not perfect rolls. Crit Rate is also maybe not the absolute best stat in that slot, but it's solid at this point. So, it's pretty decent, and then if we throw this on, we can enhance the unique ability. Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. I was like, hold on, why is that not popping up? Okay, there we go. So now the skill cost no longer has a penalty. That'll be very nice. We have higher trigger rates, higher durations for the damage boosts, and the numerical value of those boosts look like they're going to go up slightly as well. So that's certainly nice. And that makes this way up there. I mean, it was already one of our best weapons, but you could make the case it is now our best weapon, at least for certain characters, without question. That's the case. But let's take a look now at our Descendant list. Let's take a closer peek at Ultimate Ajax, what he has going on. Because the big thing, the archetype, if you will, for Ultimate Ajax is he is a tank. And we do not yet have any tanks, so that's why he is a big addition to the team. It was a gap, probably the biggest gap we had in our list of Descendants we had available to us. So in terms of, actually, let's just take a quick peek at his stats here, his base stats, because they are off the charts. So as you might imagine of a tank, he has really high HP and defense. His shields are okay, but I guess that's technically not the thing that he focuses on primarily. And MP a little bit lower. I mean, that's probably not going to be as big of a deal because he also has a unique skill resource of sorts that I'm sure we'll be talking about in just a second. Why don't we use him? and then we'll go to the actual Descendant screen to take a look at the skills themselves. Here he is. It's an interesting color scheme to him, because there's a fair bit of contrast in that, but I do like it. Let's take a look now at those skills. So he has, as his basic skill, a shield of sorts, creates a barrier in front that blocks damage. The barrier increases its in stats proportionally to Ajax's stats. So that's one of the reasons why he has high stats to begin with, and one of the reasons why scaling those stats is going to be important. So when barrier is hit, inflicts reflection damage on the enemy. When using an enhanced skill, enhances reflection damage. Max reflection damage rate is based on defense, followed by skill power. So it gets stronger based on our stats, and it technically also affects the amount of damage it does with the whole reflection thing, although, to be honest, I'm not really sure how big of a deal that's going to be for us. Also, for what it's worth, you might be thinking, oh, well, Ajax is a tank, and tanks are... the playstyle is boring. They just stand around and absorb damage, but they don't do anything, which in many cases for some games might be the case for tank characters. Ajax, obviously we haven't played in the full release yet because we didn't have the base Ajax, and we only just got Ultimate Ajax. However, he is the character that I played most recently in the beta, so I have some experience from that, and from my recollection, I was very pleasantly surprised by how fun he was to use. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Ultimate Ajax is. It's terrible scaling on your defense. Okay, so yeah, that's, of course, as we start building him up, it'll be important for us to figure out what is the best way to scale him. And although theoretically, this might get stronger as we scale defense, is that actually worth doing? That's a whole nother story. But, let's see, and the range of the skill, rather than affecting how many enemies you would hit out, or how far the skill would go out, as is the case for most offensive abilities, in this case it affects how large that shield is. So still useful, but a little bit different in terms of just how that takes effect. Let's see. And then the HP of the shield, I guess that means it's 160% of our own HP, and then likewise for the defense, though in that case 200%, so there you have it. It is important, it affects how powerful the barrier is. Then also the resistances. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, duration 15 seconds is not a bad base duration, and the cooldown is 15 seconds. I imagine the cooldown does not begin until the skill goes down, otherwise you have permanent uptime immediately, which seems a little bit strange. So I imagine you don't have permanent uptime, not at least without significant investment in getting that cooldown way down. But let's see, max reflection damage rate. I assume that basically means that it just reflects, since that's 100%, I assume that means it reflects exactly the amount of damage the enemies are dealing back at them. Enhanced max reflection damage rate, that's the way in which we can potentially make it a little bit stronger. And then we'll talk more about the void energy stuff in a minute. Then we have void walk. Now this is the cool one, or at least one of the cool ones, where basically you jump up and stomp and stagger all the enemies. So jumps forward, deals damage upon landing, inflicting stun. When using an enhanced skill, grants leap enhancement effect. So, and we'll talk more about what exactly enhanced abilities are as well. But he does have permanent uptime on that. Oh, wow. And he's generally better at mobbing than bossing. Okay. So in this case, it's a 20-second cooldown. The skill power, that's a decent number there. I mean, it's not like Haley or Ultimate Lepic ultimate ability numbers, but that's reasonably high. Range at 6 meters is not a bad starting place either. The stun lasts for 3 seconds, at least the base amount is. Then for the enhanced leap, the duration is longer. It increases your shields. It restores your shields over time, and then it costs void energy, which again we'll talk about more shortly. Then we have expulsion. Deals damage to nearby enemies and inflicts knockback. When using an enhanced skill, increases the base damage and range. So in this case, 15-second cooldown. I mean, overall, we're seeing these cooldowns are fairly quick. The damage is pretty high in this case, over 1,000%. The range is a little bit smaller, just 4 meters. The enhanced damage does make it go up by about an extra 100%, and it does increase the range to the point where, okay, 6 meters, it's a little bit better there. And then uses void energy. Again, we'll talk about that soon, but as you can start to see, it's more than just putting up shields. It's also staggering enemies, knocking them back, giving you a little bit of crowd control and damage. So a little bit of everything in that way. Then Hypercube. This one creates a dome-shaped barrier that blocks damage, so kind of similar to the first skill. The barrier increases its stats proportionally to Ajax stats, again, similar to the first skill. When using the enhanced version of it, it grants the barrier enhancement effects to allies. So how does this one work? 35-second cooldown. I mean, as ultimate skills go, that's comparatively relatively quick. Then I think that HP number is a little bit lower than the one skill was. I think the one skill was 150%, and then the defense, I think, for both of them is 200%, if I'm remembering correctly, in which case, overall, this barrier can take a little bit less damage than the one we saw previously. I think same resistances, those were all 100% previously. Duration, only 10 seconds. The other one, I believe, was 15. And then radius is 4 meters, and then you can expand it further, of course. This one doesn't block everything. I was gonna say, or maybe the number one shield does as well, because I've definitely been in at least Colossus fights with Ajaxes and tried to hide behind their barrier or in their hypercubes and still been hit by things and gone, hey, what the heck? So much for your shield. It's not helping me now. But I'm sure we'll learn as time goes on, you know, when and where it actually is going to be protecting us. And let's see, if with the enhanced version, it gives some offensive bonuses. Didn't expect that. Okay, interesting. And then, I mean, the big difference, it seems like, between this version of having a shield and this version of having a shield is this one only protects you from one angle, and especially if you're going against a large group of enemies, you know, if you're mobbing, then enemies could very easily flank you or might already just be all around you, and that's obviously not going to make a huge difference if you're only blocking from one side. Whereas in this case, protection from all angles, obviously, especially if you are surrounded by enemies, makes a much bigger difference. And you use this for the enhanced ability so that you get that firearm damage. That makes sense. Because, I mean, 10% doesn't wow you that much, but that's not that far away from some of the other firearm damage bonuses that we've seen for offensive characters like Glay. So if you can sustain that, then I could see that being pretty effective. But then, as for the passive, this is where the whole void energy thing comes in. So when the skill ends, that mean when any skill ends, what is the skill? Gains void energy, which is a unique resource. It's like mana, or really it's more like the electricity that Bunny has. It's separate from mana. The amount of void energy determines singularity effect. When void energy is at its maximum, that is when you use an enhanced version of the skill, which, as we were reading previously, basically means it is the same skill, but it is a stronger version in some way. When using an enhanced skill grants additional effects. Oh, there you go. When using an enhanced skill, you get additional effects. Cannot gain void energy while using an enhanced skill, and void energy is consumed out of combat. So basically, you can only get this special resource when you are in combat, so it's not like you can just start off with a whole bunch of it and be ready to go as soon as you get into your first battle in an arena. So it's more of a longer term, in the middle of battle type of thing. Yeah, and the firearm damage bonus from the ultimate also gives that damage bonus to teammates, and that is nice. So, let's see, the singularity level, it differs depending on whether we're at 30%, 60%, or 100% of that void energy being filled. And that dictates to what extent we have a skill cooldown improvement, which again, the base cooldowns were not that bad. I mean, apparently 15-second duration with 15-second cooldown on this does mean you immediately have permanent uptime. So I guess in that case, the cooldown improvement doesn't matter at all. But, you know, for some of these other ones, 20-second cooldown is not that bad. 15-second cooldown, 35 seconds is the worst. And that's not that bad. So making that even better still, all right, we can spam skills a bit. So that's cool. And okay, yes. Out of combat for 10 seconds. Oh, yeah, okay. So if you're out of combat for 10 seconds, or in this case, we can actually increase that number to 10.6 seconds, that's what dictates when you lose all of that void energy. So it's not technically immediate, but yeah, I mean, if you're out of combat for a little bit of time, you will immediately lose that energy. Okay, so that is the gist of it for Ultimate Ajax. And I imagine it will make sense for us to use one of our energy activators, because obviously, well, this being an ultimate character and our only character who fills this tank role, it is someone we would like to be investing in, for sure. So let's throw one of these guys out. And we do have a decent number of these, to be fair. I have not really crafted many of them as of late, but we had a bit of a stockpile already. Don't need to be too protective of it. Okay. So, then in terms of how we want to set up the modules. So, apparently it's not really worth scaling defense all that much. I mean, there is also the whole aspect of if you have decent external components, then that is already going to put you in a decent place from a defense standpoint. So maybe we feel okay for that reason about not getting too aggressive there. Although, let's just see what we're working with, because, I mean, we could throw that on there. Oh, and also, I mean, obviously, he's level 1 right now. We're going to need to spend some time leveling him up. He's going to be weak, so it wouldn't be the worst idea to throw defense and health and other things that will make him not immediately die on, at least initially, while we're still getting experience, getting stronger, and then we can start to focus more on actually fine-tuning for what his end game setup is going to be. Only defensive module you would recommend would be Spear and Shield. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, that is obviously a really good one that we have recently started using for Lepic. Oh, that reminds me, there is one other, I suppose, somewhat significant thing that has happened since our previous session, which is that extremely difficult module to get that you can only get through crafting that we were planning on getting for Glay, which was like Shot Focus, I think it's called. I did ultimately end up getting that. I think had since heard that like maybe it's not actually all that great. There might be better alternatives, and we were using a different sort of placeholder module instead of it. So not sure that's going to make that big of a difference, but we do now have that for whatever that's worth. Only defensive module would be that Spear and Shield, but you do use 2 health mods. Okay. So, what else can we get for R? So, oh, and I didn't even pay any attention to what the words are for what categories his skills are. He's obviously a non-attribute character, but I think, we don't really care about the damage for this skill. I don't think it's affected by skill power at all. That doesn't affect how much health or defense it has. That's purely based on our stats. So we don't care about the dimension aspect there. But tech for this one that does deal damage, and tech for this one that does deal damage as well. So tech is the one we care about for damage purposes, and that understandably, is why something like Secret Garden would be really good on Ajax. And then, yeah, the ultimate is also Dimension, but again, since this is a shield, doesn't deal damage, doesn't really matter for scaling purposes. Range. That was something I was curious about experimenting with on Ajax. I feel like that does make those shield abilities much more useful, and if you're trying to do some crowd control and clearing with these other skills, then these other skills, then the range certainly helps it. I feel like the bigger AoE you have on Voidwalk, the more hilarious it becomes. In general, I'm a big fan of scaling range, so I'm all for it. So let's see. We could go the maximize range route if we really want to get as much range as possible, though in that case we are costing ourselves a bit from a skill power standpoint. So we could alternatively, is the base range one skill expansion, that is also in the same category. How do the numbers differ? It's 92.3% versus, I mean, I get that this number is higher, but at the same time, it's 2% higher at the cost of 20% damage. So if we have to pick one, I'm definitely picking that. But yeah, at some point, if we really want to go all in on range, then we could totally double down, and at that point, it really starts scaling. So okay, that works for the time being. Let's see what we can fit on that M slot, since that's also getting a discount. Let's see, skill cost, reduce skill power. I don't know to what extent skill cost is going to be a big concern with him. Cooldowns, I feel like, I mean, I was saying how reducing the cooldowns even further with the passive is nice. However, technically speaking, when you have a really large number for the cooldown, that means you are getting more value out of cooldown mods. If you have low numbers, then it means you're actually not getting as great value out of those cooldown buffs. So, might not make the most sense to prioritize it all that much, but it is a big deal. Okay. So, I mean, at least for this, obviously, it's not going to matter at all. But if we're trying to spam these guys, and even the ultimate, then that's understandable. So, we could do that at the cost of skill power. What are our alternatives? Cooldown at the cost of MP? Oh, we could go for the straightforward Nimble Fingers, which is just the cooldown with no downside. Although that one you can't upgrade as much, so it means we're not getting as much value out of cutting the cost in half. If we're thinking, at least, short term. Let's see, cooldown plus HP, I mean, that's a nice combo, yes. Although, again, that's not getting great value there if we're really trying to min-max in the short term, at least. Can reduce skill cost, okay. And we get other things that are probably not going to be quite as critical. It's not skill power, it's negative skill power mod. Oh, wait, hold on. Where was it? Skill power modifier. Is that the one that's bad? Or is that the one that's not so bad? Skill power. That's really bad, isn't it? It is the... Oh, okay. I thought it was the other way around then from what we're looking at. So it's, minus 20% off of 1,200. So it's, 1,190, which is not a big deal. Rather than multiplying 1,200 by 0.8, which would be a big deal. Just to get super mathematical. That's why Spear and Shield. Right, but I thought it was... This is skill power. Okay. Okay. I was just getting skill power versus skill power modifier mixed up. I thought skill power was the one that was... Yeah, wait. Yeah, so skill power is the one that matters more. Which is why Spear and Shield having a positive on that makes sense, is really good. And why skill power modifier having that be negative is not that big a deal. Okay, that checks out. That checks out. Okay. So then that means we're getting pretty decent value out of those, at least starting glyphs. And then, I mean, we could double down even more if we wanted to. We can go nimble fingers as well and go crazy on the cooldown reductions, just out of curiosity. Where does that get us? We know that's going to be permanent uptime, but then we have 15 seconds on the jump, 11 seconds on the expulsion, 30 seconds on the ultimate, and then those numbers can go down even further with Singularity going up. That is kind of nice. Don't know to what extent we want to be messing with our MP, but if we really wanted to, we could do this too. And at that point, we're looking at 7.6 seconds, 5.7 seconds, 13.3 seconds. That's pretty insane. And again, can get even lower once you factor this in. So that's kind of cool. If we have the mana and the void energy to actually activate those skills in the first place, then that could be a lot of fun. So I'm intrigued from that standpoint. As to whether that's actually the proper way to go about doing it, that's maybe a different question. We do have 10 to burn if we wanted to go this route, in which case we could go with, you know, just about anything. Well, we don't need to go with that category, because we don't have any more glyphs. We cannot fit anything from a cost standpoint. We would need to cut ourselves a little bit. Oh, well, cut ourselves off a little bit. Cooldown plus HP, as I was saying, is kind of a nice combo. You're at 6.4 and 3.2, so that is like one of, if not your primary priorities, it sounds like, is reducing that cooldown. So it might actually be worth doing a bazillion things there. Oh, okay. Those are both control. All right. Yeah, that one is better from a cooldown standpoint than this is. If we want to, we can see if there's anything else that fits. Oh, right, we could go with one of the focus ones. Right? Those give a little bit of a cooldown reduction. Is there anything better, though? Also, have not yet looked at any of the Transcendent modules. I believe we have all of them for Ajax. So, if there was one that is worth building around, we could, of course, plan on doing that. Increases max HP, defense, and max shield. And using the skill... Again, what is the skill? A skill fully restores void energy, because if so, that's amazing. However, skill cooldowns and skill costs increase. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, focus on non-attribute, I would think would make sense, but just want to take a look at what these do. Void expulsion, or explosion, I should say. Modifies expulsion, though, to a stackable skill. Reduces charge sub-attack cooldown and increases its damage upon expulsion. So you basically knock people back with the expulsion and then you punch people in the face. Which is... sounds gimmicky. I'm kind of doubtful that it would actually be effective, but what do I know? Is it only those two? Huh. I assumed he would have more than that. Oh, because I have cooldown typed in here. That's why. Let's see. Void Barrier modifies Orbit Barrier to be portable. What? It's portable? Oh, you can... As you move, it moves with you. Just trying to figure out how you put a shield in a backpack or something like that. Changes barrier to be affected only by the caster's skill power. Okay, so at that point, the way you scale the barrier is different. Life Barrier modifies Orbit Barrier and Hypercube Barrier to only be affected by the caster's HP. So in that case, I mean, it doesn't give us the numbers, but I imagine that basically means, since it's usually scaled on both your defense and your HP and your resistances, that it puts a higher weight on your health. So if you just go all in on health and ignore defense or put very little focus on defense, then you can actually get more out of it that way. Any others that we've yet to see? Oh, Matrix. Okay, there's way more than those two that we saw initially. Matrix Recomputation modifies expulsion to grant a buff that helps allies survive. I assume that means gives them extra defense or damage reduction of some variety. Yeah, we saw that. Did we see this? Void Charge? I don't think so. Modifies Void Walk. Is that the Stompy one? Yes. Modifies the Stompy one and expulsion damage to increase proportionally to defense. Okay, so different way to scale the damage on those. Using an enhanced skill resets Void Charge to 1 stack. Okay. And I think we saw this. You're saying the Void Explosion and the Void Charge are his two best. It would seem like if you are going to use Void Charge, that does change the nature of how you want to build him, because then you have a very strong reason to focus on defense, whereas as you were saying before, maybe in other circumstances you actually wouldn't focus all that much on it. And then the explosion was the... Interesting. The sub-attack one? I assumed this was perhaps more of a gimmick and not all that... It still scales terribly. Okay. Well, I suppose you say those are generally considered the two best. That doesn't mean they're good. They could be the two best and everything is still horrible. So... That's, suppose that's still worth noting. Even if they are the best, they may not be worth pursuing. Okay, I feel like there was something else at 10 that we were saying. Oh, maybe it was the one that matched the same category as MP conversion, so it might not make all that much sense. Let's see. Was there anything else at 10 that we would like? This was the one we couldn't use. Yeah, it's also control. Could reduce skill cost. Oh, that's true. I'm forgetting the sub-module. We have more room to work with. We do. What's the best way to find it? Enhance, probably? Good point. That gives us a lot more wiggle room here. We can get something fully upgraded. We were saying we would probably want the... Oh, that's not how you spell the word focus. Focus, that's also not how you spell the word focus. At least not entirely. Focus on non-attribute, because yeah, that gives us some damage along with a little more cooldown. We wanted to, we could potentially leave that unupgraded and just prioritize getting that cooldown with not as dramatic of a damage boost. That's what we did for Glay, although that does mean that we're missing out a little bit. It's just a matter of, would we rather spend our 14 capacity cost elsewhere, or is it worth scaling in that way? Let's see, because at 14, actually, let's go back to cost. 14 is close to fully max, but in some cases, not quite enough to go all the way. So, if we really cared about defense, we could do this, for example. But, not really sure that's the direction we want to go in. How much did we say? Wait, we have 14, so we could do this when landing skill attack. Enemies not targeting you. Oh, we were doing this with Lepic, right? Skill duration probably doesn't scale as well as cooldown does, although at this point we're probably getting close to diminishing returns with... Or we are getting diminishing returns, as to whether those diminishing returns are significant enough that they are no longer worth pursuing, maybe that means at this stage it actually would be better to go the duration route. But we were talking a little bit about AoE as well. I mean, technically, this does give a little bit. It's not a huge number. Could throw that on if we really wanted to. Don't love this. That one's also control, as we were saying before. It's the one we've considered many times now. So now we're getting down quite a bit in the cost. Okay, so maybe... I tell you what, I think we only have one of these focus on non-attributes right now, and we are definitely using it on Ultimate Glay, so if we were to upgrade this, we would be forced into not using it on Ultimate Glay, which I kind of don't want to do. If we had another one of these, that would be wonderful. I don't think we do. Focus on... Right, because it's not even showing up here anymore. Yeah. Not loving that. We could do this instead. Focus on tech, which also has the skill cooldown. All of our damaging skills are tech, and it avoids the issue with Glay. Might go that route. Looked like the number was slightly lower. 7% damage boost versus 19% damage boost. The skill cooldown is identical. We saw, or we heard previously, that at least with the reactors, that scaling the tech, dimension, fusion, all that stuff is more efficient than scaling the non-attribute, fire, chill, what have you. Is that also the case for modules? Because if so, then that might actually mean that despite the number being, that's just reactors? Okay. Well, either way, at least as a placeholder, I think we do want to do this. You can upgrade it if, I mean, we could take off Archaic Acceleration, then we would be able to upgrade this further, but could just throw a couple levels into it and call it a day for now, at least until we get some more glyphs in here. Because, I mean, this is not perfect by any means, but it's never going to be perfect when we do not have all the glyphs we want to have. So it's a work in progress.
Hey there. What can I help you with?
Maybe we just keep it simple for now. You know, not like 2 upgrades here are gonna break the bank. I think we'll be fine. And that means we're using all of our capacity at the moment. But perhaps long-term / when we hopefully manage to get another one of those focus on non-elemental, we can throw one on Ajax and level it up while still keeping the unleveled one with Glay. So let's then throw this on. Should prove to be quite helpful. This Secret Garden, which I think I also got 1 catalyst on in the meantime, but I think only 1, so it's a little bit stronger from that standpoint since we were last checking in. In terms of, speaking of reactors, what we would like to use here, oh, yeah, I have, I think, a few decent reactors for Ajax, but I'm not sure we have anything that is truly perfect. Like, Greg's Reverse Fate is, of course, one of the other weapons that we have fully invested in from not only an upgrade unique ability standpoint, but also for catalysts. So wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to use that, but we would, of course, be missing out on the big damage boost from Secret Garden. So ideally, we would be going the Secret Garden route, but this is sort of a backup plan. We have a couple of options with Greg's Reverse Fate, and those have pretty decent stats on them. The tech damage, skill cost, Colossus damage. Doesn't really look like we're going to be focusing much on crit, so maybe that's not as big of a deal for Ajax. And then we have crit and range, but I think I had a few other things as well. I mean, we could just go... I don't think we want that, though. But here we are. This is Secret Garden. It's crit rate, and it's damage when attacking Colossus. It's the non-elemental, it's the tech, we want that. Greg's Reverse Fate again, crit rate, cooldown. Secret Garden, crit damage, non-attribute damage, which is not perfect by any means, but it is Secret Garden, so again, it's an option. Another Secret Garden, in this case, it's duration and non-attribute power, which is again, not perfect, but they work. They are applicable, at least. Non-attribute tech, we're back to Greg's Reverse Fate. So we have lots of usable reactors, but it doesn't seem like we have any one perfect reactor that we'd really like. I think we probably lean toward going the Secret Garden route. So maybe, let's see. It was the crit damage and non-attribute skill power. I don't think that's going to be the one we prefer. Crit rate and Colossus damage. I mean, we were saying Ajax is maybe a little bit more of a mobber than he is a Colossus boss fight person. And I think many of our Secret Garden, let's just do that, and let's do that, and let's do that, just to make this a little bit easier. So yeah, the Greg's Reverse Fate ones, I think, generally have better random rolls than the Secret Garden ones did. But yeah, crit rate, Colossus damage, crit damage, non-attribute damage, duration, non-attribute. So, I don't have one with cooldown. I wish I did. I might have for Greg's Reverse Fate, but I'm not sure if it's worth making that much of a compromise. Yeah, there is this one with Greg's Reverse Fate that has some cooldown bonuses. Not sure if that's reason enough, though, to use this over a Secret Garden reactor. So that's the trade-off we have to weigh. I mean, again, neither of them is horrible. So it's not like we're making an absolutely, huge sacrifice there. But it's not quite the way we would like these reactors to look, at least for Ajax. So I'm thinking we probably go the Secret Garden route. I mean, we could see. I'm not sure if there's any good places to farm the reactors for him right now. This is mostly from a couple weeks ago or so when we were talking about there being a good place to farm the reactors for him, and I did a little bit of that, and that's how I got these. But yeah, I think best to do. This duration, does that only affect the barrier skills? It might. Is there any duration aspect of these guys? For the stun, okay, it does improve the stun a little bit on Void Walk. Not sure that's going to make that big of a difference when it's such a low base number. And for this, Expulsion doesn't have any duration. So, okay, I mean, it's... Duration helps a little bit. Probably makes the biggest difference here. Where's the base duration for this one? Where is duration? 10 seconds. Yeah, that's not that long of a duration. So, it would be nice to get it higher. It's a little bit harder to scale it when it's such a low base number. But I think we probably go for... It's all blue rolls as well, which is a little bit painful. I think we might do this. I know we're not really doing crit, and I know non-attribute is not our ideal way to scale, but the numbers are higher than they are for this one. I don't know that duration's going to make that big of a difference. I think we just do this. Not perfect, but not horrible by any means. Okay, and I did see You sent a party invite a little while back. I'm not sure if that's still... Do those expire? They might. That was a little while ago at this point. But we will look to level him up, hopefully get at least one of the catalysts on him. If we're going pure leveling, then hopefully we can do a little bit more than just one. Thank you. Depends on if we get distracted by other things. Okay. Why don't I hop into Discord in case you are there and would like to chat? Probably would make things a little bit easier. There we are.
Hello?
How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. The reason why Void Charge and Void Expulsion are good aren't because of the special stuff they do, like the scaling on defense and the increased sub-charge attack.
Sure.
Both of them completely useless.
Okay.
The important thing is the stacking. The fact that it stacks the 2 or the 3, depending on which one you use.
Resets Void Charge to 1 stack. Doesn't say anything. Oh, to a stackable skill. So does that basically mean you can use it multiple times?
Yes, you can have, if you use Void Charge, you can use your 2, like you have 2 charges, like for the Valby, when you use the cleanup,
Yeah.
you can use it twice in a row
skill.
and stuff like that, and,
Yeah.
and it recharges while you're using it and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It does that for Void Charge and Void Expulsion.
Okay. So at the
I
end,
prefer...
can that basically give you close to permanent uptime on those?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I prefer Void Expulsion.
Okay.
Because I find the Void Walk kind of... like, it's a fun meme build. So
It does seem
if you have
fun.
a lot of really weak enemies, it's good.
Uh-huh.
But I find it, one, it won't one-shot nearly anything unless they're really weak.
Uh-huh.
And 2, generally when you jump up and jump down, someone else is going to kill them before you land.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I prefer Void Expulsion, but most people find Void Walk the funner one.
Yeah. Yeah. I will admit, I am more intrigued by going with a Void Walk build. I do feel like that would be more entertaining.
Yeah,
But I could
it's the
see.
same build outside of that too. Like, so if you ever want to like switch between them, same build.
Are they the same symbol? Ooh, they're not.
No, but you don't have to catalyze that slot. You never have to catalyze that
As
slot.
well, I mean, it does require upgrading what is a pretty expensive module, but I mean, that shouldn't be a huge issue.
Yeah, I have 76,000 gold, a million gold right now.
Yep, I think I'm around. Yeah, I'm at 84 right now, so I think we'll be fine in that regard.
Although I haven't done the invasions today,
I actually have not yet either.
and we can do them together now.
And I forget, because it has been so long since we last played, if that was the case last time or
It was not.
It was not? Okay, because we were talking about it during, I think, when we were playing Mass Effect. But apparently we have not discussed that in First Descendant. But that is a significant change. It is now possible to do the invasions in groups. So we could squad up, if you'd like to, for that.
Yeah, I generally still do them by myself, so simply because I find it takes a much longer to kill the boss with other people.
Mm-hmm.
But with 2 people, it should be fine.
Yeah,
So I think
it
it scales-
probably doesn't make sense for me to go in with a level 1 Ultimate Ajax.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, my reactor's not perfect either for Ajax, but there isn't a good one, a good farm for a while.
Okay.
Mine's gold tech boost, which is what you want,
Yeah, that's nice.
and purple range, which
It
it could
seems
be blue
okay.
range and it'd be the same thing, because I max out my range.
Oh, you max out your
So-
range from modules?
Yeah, well, you can't max them out completely from modules, but you can get pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
In reality, I would rather have cooldown. I would
Yeah.
rather have tech and cooldown, because I would like to get my Yes, it's at 3 seconds right now, but I would still like it to be lower.
Can't be fast enough.
No,
Can't be too
I do
fast.
have another cooldown one. Um, cooldown in cost, but I like that little bit of extra damage.
Hmm.
And with that one, I get down to 2.4 seconds.
That is nice. That is
Yes.
lightning fast.
Yes. So,
That's
but I've decided to change how I do my modding from now on, or my farming. From now on, I'm not going to worry about the the gun you hold thing anymore, because on the 10th they're going to change it so that you can just sacrifice a reactor with a proper mounting and give your reactor the right mounting.
Oh, true. I remember hearing about that.
Yes, and you can have up to 3 mountings on your reactor.
Yeah. So
So
technically, if you just have good stats, good random stats, you could then switch it around to whichever ultimate weapon you really need for that
yes,
particular build.
yeah. So I'm going to be focusing on that, and I'm just going to just farm the 4. There's 4 amazing spots to farm reactors, and I'm just going to farm those spots.
Okay.
I'm not going to focus on the other spots because they're all terrible.
Okay.
There's actually 2 really good farming spots this week. I already did one of them, and the other one I'm not certain if you'll be interested in. But one of them is for Bunny.
Okay. Oh yeah, my
But
bunny reactor is
yeah, I got the god roll I want on my Bunny.
nice.
That's singular and skill cost.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Although I would have accepted cooldown, and actually I was
Mm-hmm.
planning on maybe changing my build a bit if I got cooldown on my reactor, but I didn't. So.
Okay.
And the other one is actually for a future for the Haley one in the future,
Oh.
because her new module, we think from the reading from the description, it's going to scale off her 1, which is chill and dimension,
Okay.
and it's going to, like, when you shoot an enemy, it also hits the surrounding enemies with your firearm.
Okay.
So if they have if they have a chill debuff, it also hits, and you shoot them, it also hits all the surrounding enemies. That's what the module is.
Hmm.
And that's why I wouldn't level her up until you get the module, because, you know, you want to hit a large amount of enemies
Yeah.
for farming, and it's just, right now, Haley's one of the worst characters to farm with.
Okay.
So,
Well, that makes sense, and that works pretty well for me, so that I can just focus on Ajax for the moment.
yes.
Okay. Nice. So, should we go do the invasions first? Does that make sense?
It doesn't matter to me. Oh, by the way, how do you think of, I just spent some money on skins. Wondering, what do you think of my skin?
Is that Viesa?
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay. So, what is your knowledge of Pokemon?
0.
Okay. Never mind. The reference will go over your head then. You look very
Okay.
much like a specific Pokemon.
Okay. And I bought 2 skins. This is the other one. Mostly because I hate Valvi's ultimate skin.
It's very blue.
Well, water.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was actually planning on switching the middle to black instead of white, but I
that's
accidentally
good.
clicked out of it and it didn't compute, but I think it looks good this way too.
And the way the color works for the character skins, is it still basically you use a color once and then that color is permanently,
Yes.
it has expired?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and 2 of the best reactor farms in the game Both require Valby or Viesa.
Hmm?
And Valby's the better one.
Albion or why is that? Just
Well,
because that's how you
they're
do them most efficiently, or they quite literally are only accessible to them for some reason?
they're outpost farms, and you want to specifically not kill the boss.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yep. Yep.
So both of them you can just leave a trail on the ground,
Is it this
and then
one?
the boss's balls keep them alive.
Okay. I remember a time where I thought I saw was the
That one requires a Sharon, because that boss isn't protected. But there's two where you can just go around in circles, and the boss have little balls to keep
is
them
it this
alive.
one?
Them alive.
One of the ones in Fortress I remember like a month or
Yes,
two ago was
it's
people
in the
just
top
would not
one.
stop farming it, and that
Yes.
is one that I did for a little while on that occasion as well. So I have some familiarity with that one, and that
They
was
did nerf it.
constantly Valby's.
Yeah, they did nerf it, but one, it's still really good, and two, it's one of the best reactor farms.
Okay.
There's one that should be a really good reactor farm, and it's dropping a a Freyna. It's dropping a Freyna reactor this week, and I was really looking forward to farming it, but it's just for some reason it doesn't drop reactors. It drops everything but reactors.
Oh no.
So,
In
that's the
theory,
anticipated ambush
it's one
point.
thing. Yeah. Anticipated ambush.
Yes, the one that we did and we kept
Stare
hearing
away.
Sharon over and over.
Yep, I'm very familiar with that one.
No longer hear Sharon over and over.
Right. Yes. Which is I swear. Wait, there was some situation in which in IRL I heard someone say something that was very similar to that Sharon line. It was like there's no end. It was there's no end to them. I was like, why do I recognize this phrase? Why is this phrase ingrained in my brain? It took me a while to place it. I was like, oh no, that's why. That's one of the things that Sharon would not stop saying when we kept running that mission.
Oh, how many of the weapon, like, what they're called? Weapon adjustables or
Oh, a lot.
fine adjustment control axis do you have?
1,500 with room to a lot more than I could craft. I just haven't bothered.
Yeah, when I decided to build specifically on for Haley, I wanted to try both the perforator and the piercing light.
Mm-hmm.
And the most important roll you can get is the 12% rounds per magazine.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying because that dictates how many times you can shoot.
Yes. And like you need 12%, you need the max
Okay.
to get.
Yeah.
Because like less than that, it's just you want to go weak point instead.
Getting one
So-
maxed roll is, I mean, it requires some patience for sure, but it's
Yeah.
when you absolutely are trying to min-max everything that it starts to pile up the cost very quickly.
Yeah. For my piercing light, it took 560 something rolls
Okay.
to get that 12%. So
Wow.
that was annoying. It took forever. On my perforator, it took 300 and something.
Okay. All right. Well, anyways, in terms of what we'd like to go for now, why don't we start with the invasion? Just check that one off the list.
Okay. I can go Ajax, so you can go Clay.
I could go Glay, I could go Bunny, I could go Lepic, whatever you prefer.
Have you done it on Bunny?
What about Bunny?
Have you done it on Bunny? Because I couldn't do it on Bunny until I put a few more catalysts into her.
Bunny was my go-to for all
Really?
the invasions. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, also, I put a module on my invasion bunny. I did have to change it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they did fix. There was a reactor. There was a module, the dangerous ambush, on bunny with high voltage. For some reason, dangerous ambush procced 100% of the time.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
It no longer does. It
Okay.
only procs when they're not, attacking you.
Okay. I was not
So-
using that, but
Yeah, well, I have 3 different builds of my bunny. One
yeah.
of them is just for the cave, which I no longer ever use because they nerfed the cave,
Yeah.
and I stopped using it anyways because there's other better ways now. There's my regular one and there's my invasion one.
All right. Well, I'm happy to use Bunny for the speeds. I'm a little squishy at times, but in terms of damage, it's quite solid.
Yeah, and I did just get a reactor for him. Terrible mounting, but that will change on the 10th.
Yeah. Admittedly I need to pay more attention to ignoring the mounting for now and just looking at those other stats. So
What I basically did was I just put the junk filter on gold of what I wanted, and just as soon as I saw one that stayed, I was like, oh, I guess I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a wave of light mounting, which isn't a terrible gun if you can hit weak points constantly. It's just really hard to hit weak points constantly, especially since once you start hitting weak points, it has this big glowing thing that makes you can't see the weak point.
Oh, that's where that comes from. I've seen that happen on occasion and wondered what the source was.
Yeah, technically the best one is Blue Beetle, but it's not like if you have a good reactor on something else, it's not a big deal. It's just right now the best farm also drops green ammo, which is what the Blue Beetle is. So I was kind of hoping for that, but it's not a big deal. I'll change it on. Okay, so it's Order, Truth, and
Yeah, I
Legion of
still don't remember
Darkness.
which of the groups is which type of mission, to be honest with you. But so it doesn't mean anything to me. But
I just look at my invasion reinforcement and just change it. So like
That's
right now
fair.
my invasion reinforcements on darkness and on standing on the darkness thing.
is that the one for this type of enemy?
For one of them.
Take that off. Do that.
I would do the my one I just stay on constantly is the second one in recovery.
Yes, for Bunny for sure. I think I was using the health one because I was doing Glay stuff, and then just never bothered to switch back. But
Yeah, I use the health one when I'm not in an invasion dungeon, or when I remember.
right,
Or when I'm in
I
them-
also just never remember to change these things. So
Yeah,
there's that.
I usually only remember from the invasion dungeons. But like when I'm doing an immortality invasion dungeon, I'll take it off because there's none of the season ones that help for that. And I'll put it on immortality and put it on hunt. But I just don't find it very useful very often.
Yeah. All right.
I
well,
should,
shall we
especially
jump
when I
in?
go into void bosses. Oh, the last time we met, we played this game. After this game, I played for far too long afterwards with someone else because I found a group to play with afterwards, and we just played Gluttony over and over again.
Uh-huh.
And I maxed my Peacemaker.
Oh.
Yeah, I played till 4:30 in the morning, 6:30 your time. Just maxed it, yeah. So that was not advisable.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so Order of Darkness.
So which...
This is a longer one too, so.
Okay. Which type of mission is this? Do you remember?
The standing on colors
okay.
and stuff.
Okay. So yeah, previously, you could only do these solo.
You'll probably be faster than me because I've got the wave of light.
Descendant.
Okay.
The enemy
White,
has modified
orange,
the ancestors'
blue.
weapon
I'm gonna
with
take
Vulgis
blue over here.
and are using it to emit inversion
Okay, I'll
energy.
take white.
It appears they are defending the gate.
Okay, orange
The weapon
is
contains
this
ancient
one?
arcane.
Question mark?
The structure on the ground
Yes.
draws and releases this. Descendant. I will show you the properties of the arcane stored
Yeah, you're
within
faster
the
than me.
weapon. You can disconnect the energy link using your own arcane.
Oh, that's weird. I just got an extra source of juice from, well, nothing.
That was the invasion.
Oh, you're right. It was. Also, I totally forgot to jump on that.
Purple, orange, white. I'll take purple and white.
Okay, I got an orange over here. Move that.
Right, I did have to farm that place. That room in particular, I usually just canceled after that room. But I had to farm it for a particular weapon piece, or whatever it's called, part needed for a weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Descendant.
In the
The
actual
enemy commander is using the inversion energy as
dungeon
a personal
rather than
barrier.
the
You must
invasion.
find a device with the same arcane
Yeah.
properties. You need to attack that device from above to penetrate the inversion energy.
There you go.
Yeah, I could build Haley 3 times over now, I think. I wonder how they decide who lands flat on their face and who doesn't.
Descendant. The enemy has modified the ancestor's weapon with Vulgis
I'm gonna take
technology
I'll go
over
blue.
and are using it to emit inversion energy. It appears they are defending the gate with it. The weapon contains ancient arcane. The structure on the ground draws.
there we go.
I was farming for the perforator,
I will show you
and
the
I only
properties
needed
of the
one
arcane
part,
stored within the
and
weapon.
it took
You can disconnect
5
the energy
days
link using
to
your
get that
man.
one part.
arcane.
It was just one blueprint. That's it. And the first couple days, I just went full out the entire time. But eventually, I couldn't keep doing that. I would have gone crazy.
What
after
did
that,
it
I did, like-
require? A specific like boss fight,
Just
or
the
was
blueprint.
it? Or but like what content did you need to do to get it?
An outpost.
White, orange. Oh, they're all right next to each other.
Okay, I'll go pink. It was literally just the blueprint.
But like, did you have to do void reactors for it?
Yeah, it was the outpost void reactor.
Oh, okay.
So it was actually the one that one of the ones that drops that part for Callus.
Okay.
And
Serve
all
double
my
duty a little bit in that case.
yeah, but I have
The enemy commander
after
uses
this,
the
I'll
inversion
tell you how
energy
many
as a
of those
personal
parts I have.
Oh man.
We must find a device with the same arcade properties.
That's the same
Unique attack
spot where we
device
get the
from above to
right colored
penetrate the
tile.
inversion energy.
Ah, there's the health orb. Oh. Can you just kill him? No, I don't
Probably.
think you can.
Well, hold on.
Oh, maybe.
Might have waited too long, but we should have. There we
Yes, you did. Okay. I couldn't find a health orb. I usually just shoot until I run out of a clip and then get a health orb, but I couldn't find one. But let's see. I'm in the wrong menu. 2,161.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. So I farmed that a lot.
Yeah, you don't say.
I don't think I'll have trouble with that part for Callus ever again.
No.
So I better change my invasion reinforcement now.
Suppose I can do so as well.
Also, for my Ajax, he might be lower health than you'd think, because I used the Slayer set on him.
Okay.
Simply because the whole scaling thing doesn't do very much.
Okay. Which type is this?
This is the pillars.
Okay.
They did change where they dropped you off.
Some of them they have you go in reverse order, which is kind of cool.
No, I meant.
There are ancestor drugs which give
Well, this one you don't go the reverse
and a
order,
container
but
with
I meant like
arcade storage
you used to be dropped off
installation.
slightly different spot in the
The
same room.
enemy aims to artificially combine
No,
these
didn't even
systems
notice.
to cause an inversion overload
So my
explosion.
system for these
It's
is
this
now
one here.
The entry
Okay.
path which alters malignant tumors.
My system for these is always to go in the same order. I always start at the bottom and work my way up. That way I just know what I'm looking for at any given point in time, rather than trying to randomly remember whatever spot happens to pop up on the first pillar, which might be a little bit slower at times, depending on, you know, is the bottom spot the very last one that I find, but that consistency I find just makes it so much more straightforward and much less of a chore.
With this much output, you can
I've only not gotten gold once.
Yeah,
Why
these
am I-
ones I think have been the most consistent success with.
Okay,
So
it's this
X,
one here.
triangle square, yep.
Honestly, I should leave the shooting to you. I'm on console,
Oh,
and I have missed before, which
oh yeah.
much more annoying now. And before, if you missed, it's not a big deal. You had, 3 other shots.
Descendant.
I usually wait at that door.
Oh, oh, right next to you. Don't worry. Then I find, you know, with these ones, I don't know. I've been less.
Nope, not this one. It's the far one.
With these missions, I've been less concerned about waiting at the door, because if people are lagging behind, it's like, okay, the mission is timed. You know, we do need to go.
I have missed this boss a bunch because he has holes.
That's why you just used it. Ow. I hold it. It would help if it were accurate.
Stop hiding behind that stuff.
There we go. Oh, Transcendent button. We'll take it.
Which one did you get?
Void Domination, I think? Is that Ajax? That might be.
No, that's Sharon.
Oh.
I think that's one of Sharon's. I think that might. Is that her best one? I don't remember.
Oh, I did also, just by doing more of the combining stuff, I did get, like I said, the shot focus, but at this point I think I have one Transcendent module for play that I've not yet gotten, but otherwise I think the only ones that I'm missing at this stage are just,
This one over here.
triangle. I think the only ones that I'm missing of the Transcendent variety might actually be the Enzo ones. And I did get one of the Enzo ones as well. I feel
And
like
I
it
recently found
might
out
be one of
that
those
the buff for Enzo to get modules stacks the more Enzos you have in your party. So if you go around with 4 Enzos, you'll get it much quicker.
Interesting.
I can adjust the output to cancel out the blast energy. Descendant, the drone has been destroyed and the inversion energy emitter
I
has
do
been
like
exposed.
sometimes how when you do this one quickly,
With this
the
much
guide
output,
is just
you can
way
remove the
behind
malignant
with the
tumor
Yeah.
blocking the
explanations.
door.
Oh, what? What's happening?
Okay, it's over this one. I didn't change any of my builds because of the new modules that came out, the shield modules.
I haven't really looked at them much. Yeah, I
One
might
of
have-
them consumes all your shields and gives a big damage bonus depending on how much shields you have
Huh?
for like your first time your skill hits.
Okay.
It's really good if you can get it to work. It's just it's not very good on very many characters. So you need one big giant hit.
The commander of the Order of Truth has malignant tumors
That
throughout
seems
the
like a
world.
Haley thing.
We need the inversion energy emitter installed on the ancestor
Gets
drone.
the far one.
Okay, I'm still living in.
Oh, I didn't realize how far you were. You're in time.
I am Bunny though.
Yes. Oh, don't get stupid.
Did you get blocked by a shield at the last second as well?
Yeah.
Alright, well there are the invasions done.
Oh, I also changed my hat on my character. My bunny.
The purple cat? Hey, is that
Yeah.
sort of?
I
cat
just
hair?
don't like the helmets in this game.
Yeah, I feel like for Bunny in particular. Well, honestly, I might like the base Bunny helmet the most of the various helmets she has.
Yeah. I think the Valby's ultimate helmet is just
I don't
that's why I
remember.
wanted to buy skins in the first place, just to get
Is
rid
it
of the
that
helmet.
bad? I don't remember it.
Okay, let me put that helmet on.
Hold on. Can you come over where it's not in the shadows? What the heck?
This is the skin.
That's the base ultimate value. It reminds me of Dumbo the elephant for some reason. That helmet. Not that the ears are that big, but something about the shape just seems kind of like baby elephant-like. But
I don't
not in a
mind
good
the-
way.
Yeah, I don't mind the base skin itself. I mean, it's a little much, but I don't mind it. But it kind of looks weird without a helmet, and I just don't want to wear a helmet. So that's why I switched to this one.
Yeah. that's
This
not
one
bad.
looks a little bit more like not a. It's more of a bodysuit, but still looks less of a bodysuit than the other one.
Mhm.
So that's why I feel fine without. I could wish the neck didn't go up so high.
Yeah, you know, you got your turtleneck.
Yeah.
All right, but perhaps now. Oh, I guess I'll just quickly scrap some stuff. But probably makes sense to go the Ajax route.
Yeah. They did show off the ultimate Viesa, not Viesa, Freyna outfit.
I saw the Well, there is a new event, Freyna's encrypted vaults. Which, first of all, hold on, that is totally not Freyna's thing.
No, it's not. I don't know why they
Which was
called
a
it
little
that.
bit strange.
Like, the
That's
most
Enzo's
Freyna
thing.
thing in it is the fact that you have to use her once this week, which is the week before the ultimate comes out, and it says you can use the ultimate or the regular.
Yeah, it's, you know,
Like-
it's a little strange.
What?
But yeah, it's a little, and it's also a little bit strange. But it's an event that is not purely in game. You have to go to the website in order to cash in
Apparently,
rewards
it's
for it.
something that's very common in Korea, because Korea has this big culture of going with your friends to an internet cafe or something like that, and going on computer together and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's why they have a lot of team cooperative stuff for the, you know, in the void bosses and that stuff.
Okay.
Might suck for, you know, solo guys, but in South Korea it's a very common part of their culture.
Interesting. Then. Okay, well, now we're
I've heard not so much good things about this outfit, but I like it.
Let's go.
I'm in Viesas, by the way. The new Viesa Ultimate skin that came out.
Oh, don't remember if I've seen that, or if I remember what it is. Guess we'll go. That I don't remember if that's the one we were saying we were gonna go with before, but as we were saying, there are several meh or good but not great reactors we can take for.
Oh, the reason why on the reactor, the like on my character Singler is better than Chill, or on your character Tech is better than non-attribute, is simply because on the for the modules you can scale the top one, the Chill or the non-attribute, much better than Tech than on the reactor. So like you focus on scaling your non-attribute or your Chill on in your modules, and then you focus on Tech or, you know, whatever on your reactor,
Okay. Okay.
because you want to spread yourself out to as many buckets as possible.
Okay. Alright, well, oh. Probably makes sense to activate an XP booster. I don't think that I'm about to go for 5 hours straight, so we won't be getting the full value out of this, but, you know, we'll benefit to the extent that we can. And what do you think is the best course of action? Obviously, there are always the dungeons we could do. There's always Magister's Lab.
I wouldn't do that right now
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't give weapon boost,
Yeah.
and we've already done a bunch, so we don't need.
Yep. Don't need the amorphous material, and don't need the repetition that we've already had rammed into our heads from non-stop Magister Labs.
You have really two options. One is the cheesy and much better way,
Okay.
but it's cheesy, and that's going on a reactor, and then a void, like a
Fusion
void
reactor?
shard mission.
Oh, the
Void shard
shards?
mission?
Okay, yeah.
Yes, and like canceling halfway through.
Okay.
That's like the best way to get XP right now.
What, so you get like the first wave of enemies, kill them quickly, and then reset the mission so that you can get that wave immediately again?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other way is with the strategic missions. In particular, the block Kuiper mining.
Okay.
And I would level up my Eugen right now, but I've got like the perfect reactor on him, except it uses the piercing light. Not so good for mobbing.
Hmm.
So I'll wait until the 10th for him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See what this is. Probably getting Ultimate Ajax. Liberated is his title, okay. Well, I guess he was lore-wise trapped in the void dimension for some point in time, so it makes some sense. Okay, but
And
yeah, I mean, I guess I'm up
dungeons are
for
still
either of
really good
those.
for. Sorry?
I guess I'm up for either of those options. I haven't really well, the Kuiper mining is, of the various special operations, possibly the one that I've done the least. So I'm not vehemently opposed to it.
It's by far the best for leveling up for these special missions.
Okay. And then yeah, the cheesy strat. I mean, I'm okay with doing it if it's like so much better than the alternative. Then okay, maybe it's worth trying it. Oh, hold on. Let me
It's a
actually
fair
activate
bit. I don't have my build.
No!
Oh, sorry.
No worries. I needed one more second. Though, to
One
be
thing to
fair, I
remember
did
about
not
this one,
activate it
though,
when I said I was going to.
is that the XP only shares within 150 feet.
Oh, and this is a big area.
Yes. It only takes into like not 150 feet, 150 meters.
Okay.
So it only takes an effect when you're like the farthest ones from each other.
Okay.
But it does sometimes take an effect, so. There it is.
Is this the only hyper mining one, or is there another region that has this as well? This is the only one that I've never doing.
if I could guarantee that I know at some point they're planning on doing a thing where the energy active, the stuff you put into one character will switch characters and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If I could
like
guarantee that would
basic
happen, I would be
bunny
building
or-
up my Freyna right now.
Yeah. I have seen, I know we were talking about, I think last time, the Freyna buffs were about to happen, but had not yet happened. Or they had only just happened. But I have seen people using her since then, and it is pretty impressive, her clear speed.
It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And she's actually a really good bosser. Like last time we talked, I said she was, I think we talked about it on Mass Effect. I said she was an alright bosser. No, she's a really good one.
But then, as you say, there's that question of, well, is it worth putting much time and effort into her at this stage when whatever
Yeah,
you do
I know.
is not going to translate? Maybe not.
That's why if I could guarantee that they would be doing it, I would be filling her up right now so much.
High-level Vulgis closing in. Target this unit first.
I completely missed.
Oh. Oh. Well, it was a dramatic jump, even if the enemy was already dead.
Yeah, see, that's one of my problems with the jump.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, like if I was using a built-up Freyna right now, half the wave would already be dead.
Right. They just vaporize.
Yeah. Like they actually spawn in before you do. So they would actually be dying while you're spawning in.
Oh.
I'd basically fire off two powers and then go, okay, time to go to the next area.
Yeah.
Shields are down. They need to be recharged. Shields are offline.
Have to jump as far as I go. Jump itself. Just ignore the fact that I may or may not have just attempted to shoot our teammate in the face.
By the way, the best void shard farms in the game, this is one of the area, like, not the special mine place.
Yeah.
But, like, this deep area right now. There's another Valley run.
Supposedly, they made the drop rates for those void shards. Well, they added them to all the special operations, but then they said specifically the void fragment ones were going to have the highest drop rates. And I was doing some of those earlier just for the sake of there's one that,
I think we're talking about two different things right now.
Oh, okay.
I mean reactor farming.
Oh, yes, we are. Sorry. I was thinking of void fragments, which is not a reactor.
Oh, the other guy's left. Do you want to go back and get your...
Oh. That might not be a bad... I mean, we could just finish this wave. Is this one that they said the reward was going to be? Well, I don't know what the reward even is going to be.
No, we can finish the wave. They probably don't have a bunny, so they wanted to go faster. I'll switch to bunny next time because it is much faster with a bunny or a Freyna. And my Freyna's not built up. But I might play her once just to... I guess we won't need a built-out Freyna for this since everyone's already so weak.
Yeah. Just stomp. I wouldn't went much further.
High-level Vulgis closing in. Target this unit first.
Okay, port. I get 10 levels without a boost. And you can also get boosts from the website thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they do stack.
Oh, wait, are they separate from the other types of boosts you get from the, like, the mailbox related? Well, you can also pick those up from the mailbox, but...
I'm not 100% certain. I know the website ones stack. No, not the website. The ones I'm not 100% certain they stack. I know that no, they probably don't stack. I do know the ones you buy stack.
Oh. Oh. All right. Well, I will acquire. Or I will activate this one now. Here we go. We now have an XP booster active.
Yeah, my best reactor right now is Kingsguard Lance. Not quite the one I want.
Hmm.
You know, it's a good mobbing weapon. I think it's a little overblown. People are like, "Oh, it's the best mobbing weapon in the games." Yes,
Oh,
if
really?
you know,
If
you know where everything is going to spawn, and you're there ahead of time before it spawns and stuff, it's the best in the game. If you don't, just use the Thunder Cage. Or, better yet, powers.
Yep. Okay. Ready when you are.
Okay. I should check my modules on this character. I don't like them.
Oh.
I don't have any damage on here. I need some damage.
Might actually like that better with this.
If I could put an energy activator in this one simply because I have so much. I could put an energy activator into her.
Well, I mean, if you have so many that you don't care about potentially just throwing one away, but I mean, that feels like the type of thing where you'd really like to be sure that would transfer over.
I have 4, another one. No, that's not quite enough. I still need like some for weapons and stuff. Oh, I put a focus on toxic and I'll upgrade it a little bit. I have 20 callus now.
Whoa, that's nice.
Yeah. But I will be using all of them pretty soon.
Yeah.
I want to put, I think my plan has like, what was it?
I'm messing around with the customization options on Ajax, and for some reason in my brain I saw back attachment and I saw makeup, which are two of the different options, and I combined those things into back makeup, and I was like, what on earth is back makeup? And is that something unique to Ajax? Well, no, don't worry. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. I will relieve you from that nightmare fuel.
I think my plan has, what was it? 5 more catalysts for Haley. I need, I think it was somewhere between 10 and 12 for Eugen. Another 10 or 12 for Freyna. So there's, you know, nearly 30 right there.
Yeah.
But I'll have enough by the time the 10th comes along. And I don't think I'm going to be. Blair would be interesting to play with. Luna would be interesting. So I guess I could do a lot more. But let's go back to block pepper mining.
Okay. Now with the XP booster active.
Yes.
Can't tell if this helmet color matches or if it's slightly off.
I really wish you could put colors on base skins.
Yeah. At least I feel like for... Yeah, I'm not really sure this matches. Maybe it was wishful thinking. I mean, not that I agree with it, but I kind of get it for the base characters. But I feel like once you get to ultimate characters, okay, you put the time and effort into getting the ultimate character skin, and that is distinct from the base character skin. At least that should be color customizable.
And I think like the base ultimate skins are the best skins on most characters.
Yeah.
What?
Did you just have the game freeze up for a second there, only to have everything explode a second later?
I just teleported around.
Oh. I just teleported as well.
I'm running around trying to find an enemy.
This is true.
This is much faster, hey? Okay, I fired my 2 powers. I'm going to the next one.
You need to be recharged.
You can see what I mean by fire 2 powers.
Yep. My job here is done.
Yeah, that's contagion. The explosion in the end.
High-level Vulgis
What
closing in.
is the
Target
base
is
skill that
first.
you're using to apply that, though?
Her 1 and her 3 apply it. This are the skills.
Okay.
Contagion's the module that does the explosion.
Yeah, I remember
and it takes away the secondary effect. But one thing it does is that when they die, they leave a puddle on the ground, or half the time they leave a puddle on the ground. The contingent makes that times that puddle by 3,
Oh.
and it causes an explosion at the end.
Now,
Or just fire 1 and have it go all around in a circle.
shields is down.
What the heck?
Be recharged.
I fired off a.
Yeah, by the time I arrived, all the enemies were dead, and the wave was over.
Hey, I guess I'm going to B now.
And so as long as enemies continue to step on the puddles, that will the poison puddles, that will sustain the effect.
Yeah.
And that's why it has functionally has such a long duration.
Are you guys within 150 meters yet?
Now I am.
Okay. And I have like max range, so it
What was that?
expands from the first one.
Vulgis closing in. Target this unit first.
I think in the 400% dungeon, I'm still not going to use it. Because I have used it on a, like on the, I decided to try a void mission with Freyna since I had to, might as well go to the next area. But, since I had to use Freyna on the mission anyways, I did a void fragment mission.
Mm-hmm.
And it just did not work very well simply because I couldn't get enough damage. By the time I walked to the other side of the area, they're already dying in front of me.
Let's go.
Out of curiosity, did you reactivate your skill for that, or did it last long enough that it actually carried over from one raid to the next?
I think I need 4 duration on my...
So then you truly just press the button once for the entire mission.
Yeah. Yeah, you want max range, max duration, and after that it's just damage. Maybe cooldown.
Shields are down.
Well, I mean, if you're firing your skills once.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
don't
was
know
more
if you
thinking
need
for the
cooldown.
400%. The 400% you want. I guess for the 400% duration also matters less
Vulgis
than.
closing in. Target this unit first.
I'll go to B. You guys can deal with C. Are you guys within 150 meters?
Now I am. You said you were at B?
Yeah, I'm at B. The other person's at C. You guys.
Okay. Go ahead and see.
Get ready.
Everyone's dead at B. And don't forget, this is no catalyst.
So basically just throw on contagion and call it a day.
Yeah.
Shields are offline.
Does seem at least decent for weapon proficiency as well.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it's spread up here. I fired it once at B and it spread it up to A.
Oh wow.
High-level Vulgis closing in. Target this unit first.
That's amazing.
Shields are offline.
So I guess Secret Garden matters a lot less when, you know, you're not firing your powers all the time. Oh, did you see the weekly, what's it called, next week? is actually for normal swamp walker.
Oh. That's a little strange.
Yes, normal swamp walker and do 10 missions unarmed.
This is for the Freyna vault stuff? The weekly?
Shields are down. They need to be recharged.
Are you guys within 150 meters of B?
Yes.
Okay.
Shit.
Going to B. Oh no, someone else is going to B. I'll go to B. But that's one of the reasons why it's so good. This area is so good. You can have different people. Oh, I'm about to die. Stop dropping mana. I don't need mana. I fired my ability once. I don't need mana.
Uh-oh, 2 people are down. I'm on my way to get you. Probably would have made sense to use the shield.
Heck.
Oh, what?
Be recharged.
There we go. It doesn't take long time to get the other person. I don't know if I want to make it. Probably.
We have 7 death things.
Yeah, but that makes no sense. Good point.
I think I forgot to put health mod on.
Where did you go?
And these guys do hit hard at the end.
Yeah, once we get this far.
High-level Vulgis closing in. Target this unit
I'll
first.
fire ability once and then run away.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go back to Albion and then I can put a health mod on.
Okay. Understand.
Shields are down.
Oh, I'm also using the Slayer set, which, you know, great set, but don't need that extra damage.
I'm on Annihilation right now, but I could switch to Slayer.
I might not do that until after you put... No, it should be good, especially since you're Ajax.
Slayer stuff is not as good, though. Also...
No, not for health, but it's... The skill power is huge.
I have it in a bunch. It is not well organized right now. Some of it's in here. I don't remember which ones are the best. But the random rolls as well, I just don't have as good for my Slayer stuff.
In that case, I wouldn't bother.
Oh, okay.
I'm still farming for a good Slayer. Like, I've got most of them really good. It's mostly just the top one, the auxiliary power.
Okay.
Trying to get decent
That's what it
max
says.
HP and MP out of combat. And I keep just getting blue and purple of those.
That's the message it says when your storage is full.
Also, start thinking about deleting your purple reactors. Because starting the 10th, they're going to be completely
I have
useless.
started deleting a lot of them. Yeah, which has cleared up a lot of inventory space, which has been very convenient.
Yes. I went down to 40 spots in my inventory after I started clearing out.
Yeah, I think I was pretty close to that. Now I'm back up to 78, but probably clear out more of these reactors. Go through another round. Like this, for example. And that. Wait, what? Oh, that's why. Okay, that's a little better.
Oh, the special human child. What do you need?
Thinking about maybe loading up on a bunch of these guys. I mean, do this 2 times over. Wanted to, it takes a long time if you go in that volume. It does get quite pricey, but I think we can afford to do that. If we were to get the last piece for Ultimate Fiesta, that would become worth saving a research slot for, but otherwise... Oh, we could also... Hold on.
You need the VSA code, right?
Yeah, it's the VS code that I'm still missing. We could get another piercing light in anticipation of getting Haley pretty soon. You said Perforator is potentially the other one worth considering with Haley? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. We could get one of those, although I don't think we have a reactor for that. I think we focus on the piercing light. And then maybe we hold off on this guy in case we do find something else we want to craft in that case, because I'd rather not have to wait 12.5 hours for it.
Oh, how many recharge slots are full right now?
I have
Now
1
what
left
you want.
at the moment.
Go
Ah,
on, I'm waiting.
Haley
I've started
is
running out of stuff to
clogging the
research.
spot, but... Yeah, I'm the most part as well.
The special
I'm
human
just I have
child.
a few weapons that I have ready to start crafting whenever it seems like that is a weapon worth actually owning, and not gonna just waste inventory space. But otherwise, it's
I would
partially that I have like
start-
Haley just collecting dust.
For your bunny, I would start researching Blue Beetle, because it is the best weapon for a bunny.
It is okay.
Yes, it's
If
just
there's something you need,
some people were saying, oh, it's a must-have, and it's like, no, it gives a damage bonus, but not that much.
Okay. Yeah, I'd heard.
If you have a really good
things about it.
reactor, it's your reactor matters much more than your
Mhm.
than the Blue Beetle.
Okay. All right. Sure. Well.
So on the 10th, I've got my Blue Beetle maxed out for the not catalyst and stuff like that, because I'm not planning on shooting the weapon.
Right.
I'm basically using the 1 and then using the 3, and then I'll go back and forth between the 2.
Okay. Well, I think I'm good whenever you are now.
Okay. I did add some duration. Figure I wasn't using a bunch of like I had MP conversion and nimble figures on. Figure I didn't need both,
Okay.
so I put battle stamina on. So 8.8% duration. We'll see how that if that makes it last. And I have much more health. I think before I had something like 3,000 health, and now I have 10,000. So
Oh, yeah, no, 3,000 that's tough.
yeah.
I didn't even check. Oh, well, obviously we're getting more as we level up, but I will be curious to see what we land on. Moment, we are almost 10,000.
Yeah, my Ajax with the Slayer set is at 17,000.
Okay.
I think once the new modules, because there's going to be mods that increase skill power coming out next update.
Oh,
And
okay.
I think with those, I'm going to take off one of the health mods and switch to a different set.
I won't do that for too long, otherwise people will get mad.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it drops with 3 bubbles because because I have so much range on them, they kind of just merge into one giant bubble.
Oh, now we Ooh, ultimate bunnies and Krayna. We'll be flying through this one.
Well, the current record on this map is actually just 2
High-level
frames.
Vulgis closing in. Target this unit first.
Where's the?
That answers your
I
question.
think it dropped at the other spot.
What's up, Dark Matter Heart? How's it going? Think you should give Everspace 2 a try. It has multiplayer. It's basically Diablo with Starfighters. Ooh. This is kind of interesting. Maybe I've come across it before. Everspace 2. How are you doing? Good to see you. Sorry, I'm head down if I not caught that 1% down. Paying more attention.
Oh, yeah, that 8% was enough for it to last.
Nice.
We'll see if it's enough to last through the selection screen.
That would be interesting. Yeah, and thanks for stopping by, Dark Matter Heart. Appreciate that. Hope you're having a good night.
High-level Vulgis closing in. Target this unit first.
Oh, got the amorphous material. Okay. Don't know if this one has anything good. No, not really anything that I need.
No, it's not enough to last the selection screen.
Wow. Darn it.
Well, after I build her out.
That's the next step. Make it so you truly only need to press one button. Once.
time to go to A. Ah, these buddies don't know about the 150 meters rule.
A. C.
I wouldn't go to A simply because... Oh, there's a buddy coming. Never mind, yes.
Oh, is it left over with your poison stuff?
No, I was more thinking for experience. You want to be 150 meters of where everyone is.
Stand in the middle. Oh, I was
Yes.
too far away from A for a second there. Oh. It's okay. A is done now.
Okay.
And that is in. I have spent this entire wave just moving between areas, but not actually making it to any of them before they're done.
Careful, Descendant. We're picking up a signal for a unit whose power capabilities are off the scale.
Off the scale. Try again. Getting a lot of the stabilizers though. I think that's at least
Really?
per second. Yeah.
I haven't got a single one. Getting my way to A.
Someone's going to C, it looks like.
Oh, I don't like it. Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather
Just
they
go
not
in the
do that
middle.
right now. Yeah. It's okay, I'm within 150 meters of everything.
Yeah, that's actually what you want to do.
Especially because you guys are doing all the heavy lifting and I'm just standing here. You know, I would do the lay down emote, but they will get mad at me. There you can see the color of the helmet is not quite matching the color of the armor. I wish it matched up. So we look like a miner. That's kind of what I was going for. I wish it just was a little more consistent color-wise.
Let's go.
It's arriving at B just as I arrived too. I wonder why they're here. This is more of a leveling spot. They're both level 40.
Maybe they blue. Maybe they need like Ranks Reverse Fate is one of the things you get from the amorphous material. I don't know.
I guess so, but you can do that with void reactors, and that's much.
There might be one part that you can only get from this. I don't remember. Well, maybe.
No, I did. I just farmed it not too long ago, and I needed a.
And you didn't ever have to go to this spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you within 150 meters of C?
Yes. Not be well, yeah, now I'm of everything. Standing here.
I'm at B now. Are you 150 meters?
Yep.
Shield, offline.
I'm much more tanky now, but for some reason I just my skills cooldown was on for ages. That was frustrating.
Ooh, got a mastery rank. A long time since I got one of those.
You're at 19 now?
19.
Deal, front line.
Yeah, more to see.
I'm close enough.
High-level Vulgis closing in. Target this unit first.
No. He outjumped me. Unacceptable.
Okay, we should go to Albion and get that fixed. Oh, we can just go to a reactor the last little bit.
I do also have the mastery rank
Yeah.
thing, which wouldn't be the worst thing to cash that in.
Deal, front line.
Simply so you don't have to deal with the mastery rank up, mastery rank up, mastery rank up.
It's a great reminder, though. Let's do it. What do we get from this one? 3 inventory slots in storage and on our person. Oh man. So looking forward to it.
I'm not far from master rank. Just under 25,000. If I started leveling up Eugen, I'd probably make it there.
Yeah?
I actually haven't finished leveling up Glay either.
Okay. We are now all mastery ranked up. Though the important question remains, to helmet or not to helmet? Because in this lighting that it gives you in the preview, it looks like that is almost the same color. When
You
you're
can also change the color of the helmet.
Well, that's true. That is a thing. Because that is a custom helmet. I've not used any of the paints yet, though. And I feel like, again, the lighting in this preview is not consistent with the lighting in that previous mission. So it's a little bit hard to gauge what the right color here would be.
I actually
that
just
red?
prefer the base helmet.
I might as well.
Like on Ajax, there isn't a suit that I'd prefer over.
Yeah, I think it's
Base.
kind of cool how this looks Rhino-like if you do this. But outside of that, I mean, I guess that's
Like,
also a little bit. Do rhinos? They the horn at the tip of their nose. Do they also have horns? How many horns do rhinos have? Do they only have one horn?
I think their horns are vertical.
Yes. Alright, Ajax. That's hard to help when he's. Is he tilting his head or? No, he's not tilting his head. So, yeah, you're right. Those are more horizontal than vertical. He looks, with the standard helmet, more like a Triceratops, though in that case, obviously, you need the third horn as well.
He does have a evolution one, but one, the evolution requirements are ridiculous.
I don't even know what the deal is with evolution stuff. I just saw something that said that once and did not even realize that was a thing.
Well, it's basically a skin that can transform, whether depending on like for Ajax, you have to absorb a certain amount of damage with his barrier skill.
Okay.
And it's like
In
20
a
million,
specific
40 million.
like overall over the course of every mission you've ever done, or
Yes.
like in a specific mission it will change and then go back down to its base form
Overall.
overall. Okay.
Yes. But I'm not even a big fan of it. Like, it might be cool after coloring, but I don't want to buy it and then just to test how it looks colored.
This looks like enemies. That's stylistically. I mean, the color scheme kind of works.
Can't even get that one now.
Oh. That just looks ridiculous with the rest of the armor set. As does... Oh, the colors work, though! Alright, well, anyways. But yeah, I am 38 and a little bit. So I'm kind of close to maxing out. Oh, and Secret Garden, actually, did not even realize, is now maxed out. So I should throw a Catalyst on that. Okay, I did put a few mods on here that I wasn't necessarily sure if they were the best. Like,
Concentration priority isn't really worth it.
yeah, that one I just kind of threw on because I had it. And it was fully leveled. But that might be one that's worth swapping out.
I have Sweeping Squad, but I might switch it out with something else, simply because when you're using it, you're using it against bosses.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
but both of the mods I would switch it with are both M slots, which is the same slot, so that's nice. But basically, what you want is weak point damage. Actually, it's good with everything. And you were saying that crit rate might not be the best for that. For Secret Garden, it might be actually one of the better ones.
Okay.
Because it has the highest crit chance weapon in the game.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's like a base of 20. No, sorry, 20. 50?
Wait, what? 50? 5-0?
Yeah, 50%. Yeah, it is.
What?
So that 12% is 6%. On any other weapon, it would be like 2 or 3. But on this, it's 6.
Wow.
So yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
all three of those are really good. I have crit hit damage, critical hit rate, firearm attack, weak point damage. And that's it for my weapon rolls. I do have 1 round per magazine and a reload time modifier on my weapon. Because it does have a kind of slow reload time for for how big the clip is. It has kind of slow reload time.
What's the one that I just got rid of that has the reload penalty?
Negative. Yeah.
The antimatter round, which is just straightforward damage. Oh no, this is attack. Now we have an attack. Yeah, this is the one we dumped. Okay.
Trying to think what I have and what you don't. I have weak point damage I have that you don't. Insight focus I have you don't.
Don't remember that one. Oh. Okay.
Reload focus and expand weapon charge.
Do you use mental focus?
No, but I'm going to either use that or real life fighter.
Okay. The real life fighter route, because I remember that one. It's a little tricky to use depending on.
Yeah, I'll probably go with mental focus.
Okay. So because mental focus in that case might be the thing that I'm about to discount. Well, but if it's an M and there are other things that are also M that are workable, then I'm not locking myself into mental focus alone.
Yeah, I'm actually switching to mental focus right now. I just need to spend money.
Okay, so we do that. Now, suddenly, we have a lot of wiggle room. Oh, and I might have just thrown these in because we had a little bit of spare capacity, but we could potentially dump one or both of them.
I don't use either of them, so...
Yeah, I think that was just... We had an awkward amount of capacity at the time. But now we could do a few things. Okay. We go back. So we could do weak point. So we can fit that in. And now we're at 7, which is back to being a bit of a strange number. Might make sense to go back to crit and just take one of those ones that has a little bit.
Tell you the truth, if I were you, I just wouldn't bother putting anything in and then just catalyze and... I think you can catalyze right now, can't you?
I just did.
Oh, never mind then. Right, you're at level 19 now, so you have max all time. But yeah, I would just level it up and stuff, especially with where we're going right now. Because where we're going right now, you don't actually have to do anything except activate the reactor.
Just stand around and wait for the right time.
Well, you activate the reactor, and as soon as I'm done killing the enemies, you abandon mission and then activate reactor again.
Oh, okay. We'll try that other one.
Yeah. Especially if it's just for 2 levels.
Okay. Sure. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, ready to go?
Yep.
To remember where it is. Is it here? Might be. Let's check it out. I'm not 100% certain if we're going the right place. I don't even have to do that. I actually activate a different mission and just don't go near the mission. I think this is the right spot. Yes. I go activate. Wait till I come back and
Then activate this fragment mission.
Yeah. Am I going the right place? Let's go over here. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, activating now. Oh, I can see. I can see why that's a thing. Yep. And now we go.
Then you can
Immediately
activate it
respawn?
again.
Oh, it does.
Get ready.
Let me know when.
Oh, I cancel it. Sorry.
Oh.
I didn't know you were waiting for me. to
I
say
was just on the abort screen. I wasn't even looking at what you were killing.
it. Okay. I'll say it from now on. Cancel.
I can kind of figure it out by the sound. Or was I too quick?
Cancel. Cancel.
Get ready.
We should have done this in private because someone else joined my other mission.
Oh. So are you simultaneously doing 2 missions? Sort of?
Yeah. Cancel.
But we don't need game. That would be the wrong button to press.
Cancel.
Charge.
I think you're almost level 40.
39 and... Oh. Half-ish?
Cancel. Sorry. Zoned out for a little bit.
No worries.
And this is the best way to level up. Cancel.
Get ready.
Cancel. Cancel.
This should do the trick.
You're next.
This one? There
Yep.
we are.
Ready to go back to Albion?
I suppose so.
Yeah, that one's a much faster way to do it, but it's also more boring.
Yeah. I could see how, if that were the methodology for numerous catalysts worth of levels, that would start to get a little maddening. Although, I mean, if it's so much faster that it cuts the amount of time in half, then maybe it's worth it, you know. Throw on
Maybe not quite half, but
podcast
maybe
or
like
something.
20 or 30%.
Yeah. I don't know. I could see the rationale.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Duh. Okay, let me see. What do I want to go for? I mean, MP conversion is the thing that costs the most right now. So that would give me the best short-term benefit, at least. I could do that. Yeah, and there are other M's as well, so even if I were to switch around a little bit, it'd still be okay.
I was going to see if I could send a screenshot to you right now, but no, my Ajax build is on Discord, but I can't send it to you in game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. Might just quickly upgrade one of those modules a little bit. Focus on tech, which I know was kind of a placeholder in a way, but still not that bad price-wise.
Anything about
At least if I hold off on the final level. Let's see, how far can we even go here? Well, one away from the final level. Okay, at this point it does start to get expensive. Is it worth it?
I don't even have it up like have it on my character. So.
Right. So it's one thing when it was just throwing tiny little bits of change at it, but when it starts breaking the million mark, then it starts to feel more like, okay, this is not just totally insignificant amounts of monies. We didn't happen to pick an extra focus on non-attribute, did we? No. So it will break. Well, it would break Glay. On the other hand, Glay doesn't really care about the non-attribute damage. It technically doesn't need to be focused on non-attribute. It could be focused on dimension, and she would still get the skill cooldown. So, I guess from that standpoint, it actually doesn't matter. I could just go focus on non-attribute. And then we actually can upgrade aggressively without having to worry about throwing away money that is not going to be helpful long term. Also, that is the wrong button to press. Yeah, I was thinking I would dismantle the module that I was just about to upgrade.
No.
Why not? That seems like a great idea. So yeah, that is gonna... Enzo, okay, sure. Maybe it's more meaningful for him, although I'm never really using Enzo for anything. Yeah, and I'm not ever using him for anything other than just the creepy crypto dude encounters anyway, so... At least at the moment. Alright, in that case, I think I should be good to go.
I don't think I have anything like that on him.
Yeah, I have no idea what I have on Enzo at this point.
Do you think I also have my Enzo build on your Discord? Yeah, no, most of my skill cooldown comes from multi-talented.
Interesting.
Although I do have nimble fingers and MP conversion on him.
Okay, you do?
Yeah. But with his multi-talented, you can use his, like, the shield boost.
To give yourself better cooldowns. Yeah.
Yeah, and then use singular. Or use perfect support and have just 100% uptime.
Okay, that's kind of interesting.
Although in order to have 100% uptime, I might take off some rounds on my magazine. I mean, it should be a bad idea, but it might actually work for my character.
I could take off the little bit of range I have here and throw on multi-talented instead.
No, I wouldn't do that for your character. It's more of a hindrance. It's more...
Okay.
Then you start using more mana than the cooldown is worth.
Yeah.
Honestly, the next thing I would put on your character is more range.
Okay.
But, just double up the range. Have all the range.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that minus 20%, that's nothing.
Yup. Alright, in that case, I think I'm good whenever you are.
Okay. Want to go special operations, or do you want to do the faster route?
You know what? Let's try the faster route for experiment's sake, just to see how long that takes to do a full, I mean, maybe a full 40 levels that way.
Okay. In that case, let's go private this time, so someone doesn't join. I got the party leader has requested to move.
What?
You will be moved.
Are you not the party leader?
That's what I thought.
What's going on? So what is the deal with the other mission that you activate in the meantime?
Oh, that just means I don't have to, like, I'm on the mission,
Oh.
So I don't have to. I'm not technically on. I'm killing the enemy, so I still get HP, XP, except I don't because I'm level 40. But but since I'm on this mission, okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Start. No. Now.
You can just use your 3 too.
That's true, but that's less fun.
Ready?
It's funny because even when I'm on this
Ready?
screen, I can see my character light up a little bit when I get levels. Like that.
Ready? Yeah, you're already level 6.
Yep. I mean, the first few levels always go quickly, but yeah, I think it's still gonna prove to be
Ready?
quite a bit faster.
I need to say it faster.
I can kind of hear it, because I can hear the enemies exploding. If I can guess a bit.
Ready?
This, yep.
Ready?
That was 6 rounds of explosions. I'm curious if I can tell based on that. Did that not go off?
Nope.
2, 3. Wow, it's hard to tell.
Ready? Ready? Ready?
That was a fast one.
Back away.
Ready?
Yes, I can be on the screen. 1 click ahead.
Ready?
Take this.
Oh, you're already level 12. Ready? Do you have an XP boost on your component?
Oh, that is a very good question. I should double check.
Ready? Except you can just cancel it and... Oh, I didn't even have to fire power that time.
That's how we know we're going quick.
Okay. Cancel it and then check to see if you have XP.
I don't. That's a mistake.
Ready?
There we go. Now I do.
Take this.
Oh, I was supposed to... Did I want to abort, or did I want to activate on that occasion?
Abort.
Shields are offline.
But Lids, now it's not a controlled experiment.
Ready? Ready?
Seems like this is also at least reasonably efficient for weapon proficiency as well.
Ready? Yeah, this is the best way. Even before when they had the XP boost on dungeons, this was still the best way.
Oh, wow.
Ready?
I mean, I believe it. The results do seem to be speaking for themselves.
Honestly, it's always been the best way for character and weapon XP. Ready? It's just you get more stuff with the other way.
Yeah, this doesn't have any drops.
Ready?
Oops, did I not?
Technically, this way might be faster if I had a VS ready built for this, but I don't.
I mean, you seem to be going awfully quickly. I don't know
Yeah.
how much room for improvement there really is.
Ready?
You're going
You can
quickly enough
max
that
out.
I would think the bigger question is more so just how efficiently does one transition from you being done and resetting the mission.
Ready? Yeah, there's apparently when you have like two people going at this as good as they can, you can max a character out in 18 minutes. Ready? Ready? Oh, that guy just did not want to die.
I was gonna say there's a little bit of a pause there.
Ready?
It made me hesitate. Wasn't sure.
No chance.
Ready? Ready?
Back away.
Actually, I wasn't ready when I said it, but by the
Oh.
time you came to that was. Ready? Ready?
No chance.
Yeah, you're level 20 already.
No, I
One.
think that was 21, yeah.
Ready?
Wait, I'm not counting how many
Ready?
attempts this is taking us, how many times we've reset this mission.
Ready? Ready?
Back away.
Ready?
Oops, wrong button.
Ready?
No chance.
Ready?
You're next.
Ready?
Take this.
Ready? Ready?
No chance.
Oh, wait.
That was a little break there for a little. Yeah, that was. Ready?
Take this.
Yeah, if I use my skill too quickly after pressing the abort button, it does not register.
Ready? Sorry?
if I press the skill too quickly after restarting the mission, the little pillar thing hasn't spawned in yet properly, and it doesn't register when I hit it.
Okay. Ready.
Usually the thing that determines just how quickly I actually reset it.
Ready? Ready?
Back away.
Ready? How's your secret garden?
I think it's getting up there. I'd have to double check.
No chance.
24.
Oh, it's lower than your character. Right, you have a character boost, but do you have a weapon boost on your
I do
opponent?
not. No.
Ready? Do you still need me to stay ready, or are you?
I have the rhythm down. Or I'm going based on when I can hear the explosion stopping. Sometimes there's a little lull that is not actually a sign that you're done. That just the enemies are not. They're taking a
If you
quick
cancel
break.
early, I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah.
I think your stream must be getting tired of me saying ready, 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 ready.
Maybe we'll just do it the one time all the way through and see where we land. See how long it ends up taking us to do it this way. This is the optimal way to do it, guys.
Well, you're already level 27.
How many of the Kuiper mining missions would you say it would take to get up to 40? With the booster on? Give any sense?
3?
3?
And each of those take 10 minutes or so?
Back away.
Oh, that was too quick.
I guess it is double the time. Or half the time doing this then.
Can I cut that one short?
No, it's coming up. Oh, I just got an achievement.
Oh, is it for like killing number of enemies in this area?
No, with toxic abilities.
Oh, I bet.
It's 2,500?
Back away.
Nice. I might get an achievement for number of times abandoning a mission.
No chance.
I don't care if this is ultimate way. I don't think I could do this for
Yeah,
8 catalysts.
right. That's the way I'm leaning as well. We'll see just how long it does take all the way through, but even if this is numerically a less amount of time it takes to max out, it feels longer.
Yeah.
Take this.
I knew the bunny cave was just as bad.
Well, at least in that case, would you abort the bunny cave or would you still go back and forth for it?
You'd still do it.
Okay, I mean, at least in that case, there's a little more involvement there.
Well, not really, because you just jumped in place when...
Oh, true, you're just jumping. Yeah.
In fact, one of the reasons why they nerfed it was because people were having macros do the job.
Yeah. Maybe that is a sign.
And with Valby, it is possible to do this by yourself.
That's what I was... Well... Yeah, because if it requires 2 people to do it, then obviously it takes more coordination. I'm not sure. It, I don't know on which end it's more mind-numbing. I can't really see your perspective all that much, but I'm spending half of this time on a pause menu.
I think it's you, because at least I'm running around.
Yeah.
And I get to see a bunch of people explode.
It's true. I get to read a whole bunch about whether I want to abandon a mission.
I think it'd be also faster if I upgrade my frame up, because there's some enemies are just surviving a bit longer than they should.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say that saving a second or two is going to make that much of a difference.
But if it's a second or two for...
Right,
you know,
but if you do it, I was about to say 30 times, but I think this is going to end up being more than that, then, yeah, it's a couple minutes, maybe.
a little bit, but that was because the guy just wasn't dying for some
I was
reason.
going to say, there's a little pause that made me wonder.
The other problem with this is that the other ways you get stuff.
Right. I mean, yeah, with the hyper mining, you at least get gold from it. You're not getting items.
You get
But you
gold.
You get an
little bit of
amorphous
void
material
shards.
every once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, right, you get the void shards. That's true. That might be the biggest difference, really.
The reason why I don't suggest dungeons right now is simply because the weapon XP from them are terrible.
Yeah, I had been doing a lot of dungeons to level up Lepic, and had the secret garden for that, but it was painful getting the weapon proficiency from that.
Yeah, the Asylum is the best, but still not very great. There's a little pause there too.
For some reason, that one, I don't know. Also, admittedly, my attention probably is waning at times for some of them more than others.
Yeah.
So for some of them, I'm just totally zoning out. It's like, okay, I feel like I haven't heard something in a while. Sure, I'll press the button, even if, it might not be the right time.
Well, it seems pretty good to me.
There may be times where, as soon as I hear a pause, I'm hitting the reset button, even if it was, only after the first set of explosions. So I might be cutting you off early.
Well, this is all for you. I'm not getting anything out of
I was
this. I don't
gonna
even
say,
have
I
weapons
also
to
would-
level up on.
Yeah. I'd like not to subject you to this too long, given that.
Well, I guess I'm getting some Greg's Reverse Fate
Yeah.
levels, but that's not the weapon I'm equipped.
Mm.
No chance.
Oh, it's only 4 more levels.
Back away.
It's true. Getting pretty close now.
No chance.
I'm starting to zone out too.
It's just part of it is also that there's that rhythm to it,
Take this.
where it's like, okay, you know, I'm just waiting for the right signal, the right sound. Oh, and I pressed the wrong button. Pressed my skill button when I still needed to abort the mission.
Back away. Take this. No chance.
Yeah, I think this is better off as something like to finish you off from Kyber mining.
Right, get the last level or two from that. Then you don't have to commit to the full mission for Kuiper mining. So you save some time there. You also don't have to do this for quite as long, or not nearly as long straight, uninterrupted, which is probably the biggest thing.
Yeah. Oh, 1 more level.
Getting there.
No chance.
Did you forget to activate it?
No, I did too quickly. It wasn't, didn't register.
Back away.
Well, my Briggs Reverse Fate, which isn't in my hand, went up 5 levels.
Nice. Okay.
And when it's not in your hand, it only takes like 20% of your level.
Yeah, it's a lot slower, right?
Yeah, so you're
Oh.
Secret Garden.
And I just got it.
Oh, nice.
Secret Garden is 34, about to be 35. So there you
Yes,
go.
that's-
Theoretically, that's the fastest way to do both character XP and weapon proficiency, but as we were just saying, it's pretty soul draining to do it. At least if you're starting from level 1. Okay. So, if we are assuming that I'm going to use focus on non-attribute, then that actually would be the thing that would benefit the most from the discount from the catalyst. Lots of M's.
Yeah, my Ajax. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I do this?
4 M's.
Yes.
How many M's does yours have?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 at the moment.
Yeah,
Not
that's how much
including
mine has.
the sub module. I don't know if you were including that.
No, I wasn't including that. No, maximum conservation, focus on non-attribute, MP conversion,
Hey,
and nimble
can I help
fingers.
you
So that's my 4.
Oh, MP conversion. I don't. Do I? I might have that. I'll double check. Second.
I think
Oh
you
yeah,
do.
MP conversion, maximize conservation, focus on non-attribute, and nimble fingers. I'm pretty sure that's what you were just saying.
Yeah. I have 4 M's, 3 R's, 2 C's, and I have an X I don't have catalyzed.
Let's see. I have 7 to work with now, which is back at another awkward number. Unless I drop... Oh, we already have skill expansion. Yeah, if I were to drop Archaic Acceleration, what could we put in its place? Well, we don't have one for range. We
You have
could-
1 for range, but I would put 2.
You're right, we don't have the... Well, like the label range. Surprisingly, we are not using.
Yes, I would put maximize range.
Okay.
Modules will make you stronger.
Uh,
Can you fit a fully ranked one? You do have one that's already ranked.
Let's see. Oh, I do. Oops. Surprised I didn't. There it is. Get rid of you. You in. We can. Yeah. Then we have 4 left. Now that's... It's possible to get something in with that number, but it is
Yeah, no.
not good.
I think the only 2 I have left that you don't is MP Collector and another HP mod.
I might not have MP Collector. That might be one. Oh, no, I do. Okay, never mind.
I find MP Collector is actually really good on every Descendant except for Bunny.
Huh.
Bunny, it's still really good, just not with other people.
Enemy instantly restore MP. Why is that?
It doesn't proc as much with Bunny for some reason. I think it's because you use your MP so much that you use it more often than you proc the MP, conversion. With Freyna, you fire one power, you fire two powers, and you get a bunch of MP back because you killed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
With Valby, it's the same thing. With VS is the same thing. So you kill more people per amount of MP you use.
All right. Well, I mean, I could throw in a little 4 cost thing, but that might not even be worth bothering with.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, it'll do basically nothing.
Oh, I do have a 3 cost thing on my bunny, on my invasion build now.
That's with a discount from Catalyst, though, right?
I think so. Let me double check.
How many have we added now? 2?
Let me tell
Yes.
you how I
Yeah.
managed to come back from the void.
I think I maxed it out before I realized, oh, I don't need to max it out because it just makes the thing cost less. It doesn't.
Oh, was it a Transcendent that was also with a...
No, there's
with on
there's some mods that don't increase the
it? Yeah.
ability when you max it out. It
I
just
didn't realize they
increase
could go all the way down to 3, though.
Well, with a catalyst.
Oh,
goes down
with
to
a...
6.
Okay, fair. Yeah. That makes sense.
So yeah, I'm 77 out of 85 on my invasion build, bunny.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Well, I think I'm ready to go again. So we're headed back to that void fragment mission, right?
If you really want to,
No,
sure.
No. Thank you for putting up with it. But I agree. That is not exactly the most captivating of experiences. Can you go straight into the Kuiper block mining from Albion?
Yeah.
Is it on the same place where you do the dungeons?
No, it's beside it. I'll show you next time we're in there.
Oh, is it by where the NPC stands who I never speak to?
Yes.
Okay, I see.
I just like how long it takes to show.
Yeah. Oh, Silence! Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? How's it going? Silent and crew, we are doing some First Descendant. What were you guys up to? Possibly some First Descendant as well? We are leveling up our ultimate Ajax. We just got for the first time today. We've thrown a couple catalysts into him. Just started doing this Kuiper block mining as a level 1, so we're still in the early stages this go round. But last time we were doing this, I was just a spectator because Big Country here is playing Freyna and just making everything blow up. And we have a bunny as well. The last time we had Big Country doing that, plus we had 2 bunnies. This time it's 1 bunny and 1 flare. Oh, and I was far away, but now I'm within range.
High-level Vulgis closing in. Target this unit first.
I really wish I could level up my Freyna.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Just a
cool.
week. Just a week. Just wait a week. Don't waste your catalysts.
Yep. Pay people pay off.
Just come on your way to B and stand in the middle. Because everyone on A is already dead. They just don't know it.
Shield, you're offline.
Oh, somebody left. The
I think Sloth
Laird.
didn't like the fact that I was killing everything.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, he gets all the rewards.
Yeah. Both over there. Yeah, just those two.
Shields are down. They need to be recharged. Let's go.
And Player's really good. I don't know why he was using his weapon. Player's really good.
Shield.
Easiest to get up, and maybe a small ledge, but not that one.
High-level Vulgis closing
There we
in.
go.
Target this unit first.
See, he got knocked back.
Oh, did we get? Oh no, that's only 3 of us, right. For a second I thought that the person who left had somehow rejoined us. I was very confused for a split second there. Sorcery.
Shield.
You're within 150 meters of A, right?
Correct. Yeah, these are all pretty close together. Finally got your ultimate Ajax code silent. Oh, nice. You were grinding for the last few days. Researching now. Nice, nice. Congrats. These are kind of hit or miss sometimes for you with the shared XP being 150 meters. Interesting on the ones that are on the complete opposite side. Yeah, see, the thing is, I am basically contributing nothing to the team right now, so I could just stand here in the middle, and by stand here in the middle, I mean I could quite literally do this. And in terms of how quickly we would take out the enemies, there would be almost no difference. Now, one of the people is in Discord with me right now. The other person, however, very much just took notice of how I sat down and probably would not take too kindly to me continuing to do that. So, for appearance's sake, I will walk around and loot, but that does not change the fact that I'm not really
High-level
contributing.
Vulgis closing in.
Even if I
Target this
go
unit
over to
first.
where the enemies are, I am oftentimes just going to be attacking enemies just as or just after they die. Another one of the stabilizers. Wow, I think I'm 3 for 3.
Really? I haven't got a single one. Really, dude, I'm not doing much either. I fire one power, then go to another place. Fire one power.
In case you have not tried her since the rework / club, turns out Freyna's pretty good now.
Are you within 150 meters of C?
Yes. And that's the thing. The person who is doing most of the clearing of all this stuff, Big Country here, is checking in and asking if I'm within range, rather than just leaving it up to chance of, I don't know, maybe I'll get experience from this stuff, maybe someone's gonna run off and do their own thing, and then we'll miss half of the XP. Yeah, I mean, right now, it is pretty hard to beat Freyna, it seems like.
Yeah, I guess I'll go to see. I keep thinking, oh, I need to fire a second power. Nope.
I'm gonna stand here.
Yeah, I'm going to beat.
Alright. I'll run around in circles here. Give myself at least
Well,
feeling
the
that I've
boss
got
is going to come by, I think, on this wave.
Okay. You'll probably kill it by the... Well, I'm heading over. Maybe I'll get there in time. To at least wave hello. And by that I mean wave goodbye to the boss.
Oh, and just so you guys know, this is a no catalyst, no activator Freyna.
True. We are... He is doing the heavy lifting with basically a non-optimized Freyna. Yeah, like that's, I think, that's what you were just saying, like, right, big country where you don't really want to invest heavily in Freyna right now before the ultimate comes out, but even with that being the case, not slowing you down much right now.
Especially for this, since it's just a bunch of mobs.
Yeah. A, B, D, okay. Got a B right in the middle. Look at that when you're
I
in
think
there.
I saw you at B, so I'll go to A.
Yeah, you're good. Wherever you want to go. You've already used your toxic stuff here. Now it is done.
You need health. There's health, finally, one drop. MP keeps dropping, but
Don't need that so much.
I only use one power.
Yep. Plenty of time to get that MP back.
Well, I guess I just need to activate C, and it'll spread from B.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
You never actually went to B?
Well, I arrived there, I was about to fire off a power, then the person I fired off the power at exploded.
My work here is done.
Because it doesn't activate until you get there.
Oh. Okay. Not know.
You're 150 meters to name? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's just the two of us. I think the bunny will.
Oh.
Might need health. So. I am very close too.
Oh, I see that. Don't worry, I'm
found
on my
health.
way.
High-level Vulgis closing in. Target this unit first.
Back up and up.
Let's go.
Does your poison puddle stuff affect the enemies that have the invulnerability orbs over their head?
Sorry?
When there are like the boss enemies that have the invulnerability orbs hovering over their head, does your poison on the ground still hit that?
I don't know. That's something I'd be very interested about because Freyna might be really good as a Valby runner if it doesn't. So I'm kind of hoping it doesn't.
Okay. So I jumped in to destroy the orbs that time, but I don't know if you would have done it without me. Maybe. What kind of build am I going for on him? That's a good question. Range? What am I trying to scale? Range, cooldown. Those are the two main things. Well, I mean, I can show you. We have...
I do have my build on his Discord if you want to take a look at it.
Let's see. If I can fish it up. Let's see. Which character is this? That's Bunny. Oh, here's Ajax. Okay. Here, let me pull this up. This is... Do that while we're at it. Make it a little bit bigger. Or at least attempt to make it a little bit bigger. I don't know where it popped up. We'll settle for this. Yeah, that's not huge. Hopefully that's big enough to see. Void explosion, mid-air maneuvering, but then spear and shield, maximize conservation, focus on non-attribute, HP amplification, maximize range, increased HP, skill expansion, MP conversion, nimble fingers, MP collector, and this is probably going to be pretty close to, if not more or less exactly, the structure that I'll do as well. So,
Although you'll probably use the bunny hopping mod. I'm surprised you don't have it on already.
Oh, I could. That's true. Don't think the poison hits the invulnerability orbs. Ooh, okay, that might be worth trying out then. But yeah, I could throw. Where are you?
I'm actually kind of hoping it doesn't.
Yeah,
Because that would be really good for a Valby thing. My brain's freezing.
maybe
Yeah.
I'll go the void explosion route. Maybe I'll do the boring one rather than
In between-
becoming a bunny in Ajax form.
Yeah. The difference between Void Charge is it focuses on your hopping one, your two, it makes you have multiple of them, so you can stack them on top of each other. And your Void Explosion can do the same with your three. Your three is more damaging, but to most people less fun. And it also has more range.
This versus.
No, it
this.
doesn't.
I think
Ignore me, it doesn't have more range.
the hop does, right?
Yeah, the hop has more range. But it's double the damage.
Yeah.
So
If all modules were the same, I'd be out of a job, right?
And I know some people don't like MP Collector. You can replace that with Energy Collection. You would have to catalyze it. But if you wanted to switch between the two, then it's the same catalyzation, so.
Let's see. Where is it? So either Void Explosion or Void Charge. Would also be helpful to check just how many of these upgrades I have to do, because these will start to get very expensive. Might
Well,
be
my Void Explosion, I think it's 4 at max.
That's maximum, and I might
Yes.
need that. Gonna go
Yes,
one
if you don't want to
off
catalyze, I had to do it max if I wanted to not catalyze. And catalyze means much more to me than gold.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I might be with you there. Yeah, I need to do one more. Okay.
Welcome. You're here for modules, right?
And don't forget to cash in your marks of arrest.
Oh, true. I think I did pick up a few of those. Okay, I think that might now be our most highly upgraded Transcendent module, because I don't think we had maxed out any of the other ones.
I max out all mine simply because I just find it annoying not to.
Yeah, I mean, if you have millions upon millions of gold, and I mean, that's gonna be just about the only way to spend that kind of volume, right? Because gold is not gonna be a problem for a bit when you're spamming all the invasion missions and what have you that just pour all the gold on you. I thought there was one other thing I was about to do as well. Did that... What were we just talking about? Lost my train of thought. What were we gonna do? Oh, the marks of arrest. Maybe that was it. Yeah, we just have a couple. Yeah, yeah. At that point, you know, it really doesn't matter much how much gold you need to pay for stuff, because at that rate, you could get basically any and everything. Yeah, I think I'm good to head back out there whenever you are. Oh, okay, Secret Garden is very close to reaching max.
Do you want to do the boring one just to max out the secret garden, or do you want to just put it in the catalyst while we're on a mission? When we're on
It is a little bit of a pain during a Kuiper mining one. How close is it exactly? It's halfway from 39 to 40. It might be kind of quick.
Yeah. So if you want to see the most boring mission you can do.
Right? We totally didn't farm this for an entire catalyst worth of levels. We would never.
I still think it was only like 17 or 18 minutes. Just felt longer.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yep. So let me preface this by saying one word. Efficiency.
I basically went to that spot to drop you off, and then I went to the the other fast travel place.
Alright, thanks for dropping me off at daycare. I'll see you when it gets out.
I'm ready.
Alright. Don't think I've gotten it yet? No. There we go. Okay, well, we got it. Yeah, don't need to activate this. Okay, we're good. So basically,
Want to go back to?
yeah, why not? Basically, you just repeatedly run the first half of that void fragment, and because it spawns a whole bunch of enemies very close together very quickly, you can have one person kill those enemies quickly and have another person just restart the mission, which is what I was doing. And it's theoretically the fastest character and weapon proficiency XP, but it is mind-numbingly boring. At least, certainly, if you are starting from level 1 when you do that. Which we did do earlier, so we can personally attest to that experience. You have done that one. Did you do it all the way from level 1 up to max? Or did you only do it when you need a little bit more?
I've done that one to level 1 to max.
For every catalyst?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if you, like, throw on music or a podcast in the background and you just completely zone out and don't pay any mind to it, then okay, you are doing it faster than you would through any other method. So by that account, it does pay off, but you don't have another way to keep your mind occupied, then you will go insane, I feel like.
Yeah. When I play by myself, I usually actually put on Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I love Doctor Who.
Yeah, and then the other option is, rather than going, 100% with that, you can mix in the occasional mission of a different variety, just to keep things a little more engaging for yourself and for, if you have a teammate, your teammate as well.
Yeah, I've had to do that a lot with my perforator grind. Still amazing. I actually did the math on this. I should have gotten all the perforator blueprints 3 times in the amount of time it took me to get one.
Oh, wonderful.
I should have got 15 blueprints in the time I should have got one.
That's insane.
That's RNG for you.
Yep. RNG
I was saying I had
is
good
giveth
RNG
and
for a lot of
taketh away.
10%.
What percentage is it?
It was a 10%.
It's not even a 6?
No.
Wow.
No, I got 3 of the 6s. No. 5? No. No, it was 6 of the 6s. I got 6 of the 6s.
Okay, well, now maybe this is starting to explain things.
Yeah, I kept getting the wrong stuff. I got quite a bit of catalyst. That was nice. Mind you, only 6. I got the same amount of Eugen codes as I got catalysts.
Oh, that was one thing. The game has loved giving me Eugen components.
He's really good.
Yet to
I
get
would
him.
be leveling him right now if it wasn't for the fact that my reactor just has the wrong weapon.
I mean, you could still go for it.
Not really.
Usually
He-
don't have a teammate for the Void Fragment one, so you do the ops or mining mostly. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, you can't do that by yourself.
You said with
It's,
Valby it's possible, but only
Yeah,
Valby?
there's 2 characters you can do the operation by yourself. Valby and Viesa. Viesa you kind of have to have built up and play in a specific spot and stuff, but for Valby,
Well, but it's a non-elemental fragment, isn't it? So how does Fiesta even initiate?
Viesa goes to a different fragment.
Oh, okay. Okay, but same idea.
I can show you how Valby does it.
Oh.
It's actually kind of interesting. I might start doing it myself when I need weapons.
Oh no. Look what we've done to you. Fiesta's in Fortress?
Yeah.
Is it though? I think of at least one Frost one and Chill one in Fortress.
There's 2.
Yeah. So I don't know
One
if
of them
I'm thinking of the
specifically
same
for.
one.
There's 2 of them. There's the better one for leveling up, like the first spot and then canceling, is in defense line.
Okay. The one I have used in the past, just for the Void Shards, has been the Frozen Valley one. But is that the one that you do?
That one
for
is
the-
better for void shards.
Okay.
The other one's better for leveling.
Okay.
But yeah, basically, is you finish it up, you fire this power off, and then you abandon the mission. And by the time you're done abandoning the mission, I'm not really killing them properly. 'Cause I don't think I have this built up properly. I think I've got the wrong modules on, but... Okay, as soon as everyone dies, abort mission, and you fire it off, and you... Well, I did it in the wrong order that time. But yeah, that's how you do it. If it didn't abort mission.
down.
We got normal dudes. Not affiliated with the mission showing up here for the first time ever. Oh no, that is part. Okay, never mind. I take that. What is this nonsense?
Oh, that's why. I aborted the mission and then you joined. That's why it didn't work.
That is why. And I didn't abort. Now it all makes sense. I have ruined your plan. I'm sorry.
That's alright.
Like, that's so weird. We did this for a very long time and never saw any enemies spawn over there, and they actually are part of that mission. How did that happen?
But yeah, basically you fire the power, you abort the mission, and then by the time you're done aborting, your power will hit the thing,
Get ready.
and you can keep on going.
Alright, we're on the Transcendent. Now I can spam this.
So do you want to do the Kuiper block mining?
Yeah, let's not subject ourselves to any more of this than we have to.
Take this.
And hey, if anyone wants ever to play with someone, I'm willing to play with them. I just find these games funner with other people, but I never find anyone to play. Or at least no one ever tells me. By the way, everyone is freaking out about Freyna's new ultimate, like the ultimate skin.
Oh, did
Because
they go to extreme lengths to, well,
yeah,
other
stockings.
ultimate characters have gone in a particular particular style direction. Have they done the
Yeah.
same with Ultimate Freyna?
Yeah, stockings.
No.
It actually doesn't seem that bad outside of that. But it's also hard to tell. It was just a quick peek. That sounds wrong. Anyways, you ready to go?
Yes. I was really hoping we were going to teleport the moment I was about to land from the jump. No, that's way worse. As we're still on the ascend, way less dramatic. Needs to be the moment you land, the frame you land.
I like it when when I'm doing the 3. Oh, this is going to go so quickly.
So remember when we were saying how I could theoretically just stand in the middle? I legitimately think there is very little reason to do anything other than that. Hey, Editor Lids here. So it turns out having triple Freyna in that mission completely broke the stream. It became impossible to render the stream. So sorry about that. Obviously, I didn't expect that to happen. The parts that I had to remove were us leveling up Ajax one more time to level 40, adding one more crystallization catalyst, doing our first Frostwalker, which I really wish I was able to include, but we'll just have to do that again next time, grinding the resources for one more crystallization catalyst using the place that Big Country had referred to previously in the White Knight Gulch, and realizing that technically we had been using the wrong weapon setup on Lepic. Unfortunately, that means we are going to have to wrap things up here, but hopefully this will never happen again because I've never seen something quite like this. So next time, hopefully we'll be back to the usual First Descendant action.